recording has been started. The music is set. All right, we're gonna do this. And this. Wayfarers back, yo. Hello, everyone. My name is Timothy Stubble Bubble. And guess what? We're back with another episode of Wayfarers. It's been a minute, but the team has been reassembled. And you might be wondering, what in the heck even happened last time? And I was wondering that myself, but I have memory problems, so it's different. But anyways, the team met with a particular slime dealer. And he seemed rather charismatic and rather funny and rather nice, but Mendax is out of cloak, and she's rather upset. And then the team met with a nice little gnome tinkerer. After they passed by two bandits of orientation we still don't know to this day. And they teamed up with this tinkerer after he gave her Mendax a nice little wrist thing. And they're off to go storm the rest of this questionable bandit's dungeon castle. We continue with Wayfarers. Ouch.
Hello everybody and welcome back to what I've heard is the best D&D heckin' campaign on Twitch.television, Wayfarers D&D. I hope you all are doing well, and it is fantastic to see you guys. I miss you all very much, and my heart is overjoyed that we're back playing together today. I've missed you, Pig. I've missed you, Ash, and okay, yeah, Neuro too even. How are you guys doing?
Nice to be back. It's been, I feel like we've been on a few months now of each one of us takes a turn to kind of not be free. And it's like, why can two or three of us just all share the same day that we can't do it? Like, it's like we're taking turns. So it's been a bit more intermittent, but it's always nice to get back on it. And you know what? The more infrequent, the more tasty and enjoyable it is to spend time with you guys. So happy to be here.
Becomes that rare candy, and when you get it, it's like, oh, it's a good time.
It is good that people have the freedom to take time away, though. It means that you're energized and fired up to continue the quest rather than, shit, we have to do this again. Oh, I'm just busy and my schedule is cramped. If people need to take time, we can take some time, and that's fine.
That's right.
And as everyone knows, we make almost no progress toward our quest objectives either, so it fits.
It emulates, you know, they do say that fantasy emulates real life, so this is just a long, drawn-out analogy between us as people and us in the campaign. Jimothy did do a fantastic job explaining exactly what happened, but I'll do my little DM recap that I always like to do at the beginning, just to make sure that we dot all the T's and cross all the I's. Yeah, so you guys met with Schlorb Glorbson, who was like some slime humanoid guy, trader, who traded a, what did he give you? Actually, I don't even remember.
So we got a slime wand from him.
You got a slime wand, yes.
Yeah. I don't know much about, I don't know if, okay, I've written it as a slime wand, but I think that might just be my notation to remember that it came from the slime. I think it's just a wand. And I've got to identify it. Yeah, it's unidentified.
Yes, I think you still have to identify that. So once you take the time to do that, let me know and I'll let you know what it does.
We also have a green antler as well, which we managed to achieve after solving a problem.
Yes, the ceiling was spikes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. The spike ceiling kind of trap encounter, you guys were able to successfully do that. You figured it out. You figured out the puzzle that it had to do with the statues and which ones had their arms raised and which ones didn't. And it was based on a history of the kingdom and which of the kings in which order. So it was very, very complex and technical, and you guys did it stunningly well. After all of that, you tried to distract some bandits, which you, I don't believe, successfully did, but you killed them anyways, so it doesn't even matter. And then you met with the gnome tinkerer engineer, whatever you'd like to call him, Sniz Wimbledon. He was grateful for his release. He was chained up and was forced to work on the sort of traps and encounters. He said that there are no further traps that he worked on anyways in the rest of the dungeon. And for his release, he gifted you all with a crossbow that you can use sort of like one bonus action a turn in order to shoot it. So in addition to your regular attacks, whoever wants to take it. But in order to, you do need to reload it, which would take a full action. So that would, I don't remember exactly who took that. I think Mendax took it, but I guess it could really go to anybody.
No, I took it. I'm not giving it up.
Okay. Well, there you go. Mendax, you have that, so you can just write down, I think you probably already wrote down the name for it, but like a wrist-mounted crossbow is about right, because it just kind of, it just fits on your wrist, and you can sort of compact it down so that it just slides underneath your clothing as well. Exactly. You got the whole idea.
And does one of you have the green antler as well, or shall I add that to my inventory?
It wasn't me. I thought it was Carl, but it definitely wasn't me.
Let me check.
Inventory management on Wayfarers.
It's the coolest part of D&D.
It's the best part. Writing down things.
I do like it because it's a bit of a Hansel and Gretel experience whenever I look through my backpack and I'm like, what is this? Like bandit love letter, you know? It's a yellow rat syringe. I'm like, oh, right. Now I remember where this is from.
And it's great. Because I write this stuff down, but I have like over 50 pages of notes for our campaign. So like I don't remember literally every item you guys pick up over the, episode 3, I picked up this rusted spoon from the barn. Like, yeah, okay. Yeah, yep, that sounds great. It's like, I don't know, who knows what that rat syringe is going to do in 10 episodes from now? We'll have to find out. Or maybe I know the whole time and it's a critical plot point. Yes.
Is it a green antler? Is that just all I write down?
It is a green antler.
Okay.
Yes. The green sort of, there's like the felt on the outside of it, so it's a bit fuzzy.
Does it give me any buffs?
No. Not that you know of.
What about superpowers?
No.
Does it allow me to speak any languages?
It, in fact, disables. It has a zone of anti-wind speak around it.
Can I attract deer with it?
You do not have this information currently.
I'll have to test it.
You don't intrinsically know the natures and properties of this antler.
I added it to my equipment.
Okay. All right, so you have that. Mendax, you've got the crossbow. You also have that dagger. I believe you named it the Sneaky Prick.
The Sneaky Prick.
That's a pretty good name for it. And I think that's pretty much it. That's all the loot that I've taken and given. Nigel got a slime wand. Call has a deer antler. And Mendax has useful things. So that's cool.
One less useful thing than before, though. Not
like a
that
2
I'm
for 1.
so bitter.
I gotta balance it out. Can't just be getting stacks over here. But you guys have, if you remember the map, or if you pull up the map, you've cleared out the left side of the dungeon. Barring any secret rooms that you've obviously missed. Or not. You've cleared out the left. So now, if you recall, you came up a very sort of long, narrow stairway into this cavern. And you had a choice. You could go left into the large room with the 8 statues, or you could go to the right. And the right was a door that was immediately locked, if memory serves. And you guys chose to go left, and you've stayed left the whole time. So now, if you want to access the rest of the dungeon, you got to go to the right. And that, again, I will, for the next dungeon map I do, I will label it with numbers, so I can just tell you, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's sort of that middle area. You can see the stairway that comes straight up just from like nothingness. And then to the right is a door, and you can see it's sort of 6 little inlets in that room.
And that's the room we're in now, isn't it? Where we found the Tinkerer?
Nope, the Tinkerer was on the left in that little upside down cross area.
Oh, that was the upside down cross. Okay.
Yes.
Right.
This will be our first time going into the area to the right with the 6 little rooms. So either a barracks or a brothel. That's the only 2 things it could possibly be.
The whole last episode,
Only
I could
two
have
things
I
that
thought
can
we were
possibly
in that room when we were trying to lure the
Yeah,
two guards
I
out.
You know what? It'll take me like 3 seconds to do it too. I'm just gonna number the rooms real
Oh
quick.
no, it doesn't matter. I am actually a simpleton.
No,
I mean,
because it's bugging me too, so I'm gonna do it anyways.
most of this is kind of theater of the mind anyway, right? But
Yeah,
so-
I mean, it is.
And so God, looking down upon his creation, said, "This is pretty
I can
good,
do
but
better than that.
we need to put some numbers on it. This is room 1. This is room 2."
Yeah,
And there was much rejoicing.
yeah. I'll just do that real quick. But we can keep going. I mean, I'm a multitasker at heart, right?
You play StarCraft, so you have to be.
Exactly. Yeah. So, what do you guys want to do? I will ask the question.
We should explore the right half of this map. And we have
I
our
concur.
gnome friend with us. We've dragged him along and convinced him that if he
Yeah, I
stays
wanted to
behind, he'll
ask-
die.
I wanted to ask. Yeah, he wanted to just stay or leave, but you guys told him no. You have to come with us. Is that still
No,
what
we
you want to
like-
do?
We convinced him that it was safer to be with us.
He's unconvinced, but he doesn't want to. He values coming with you guys more than being like left behind. So he will come with you if he has to, but he doesn't want to. He wants to just be saved at the end of this whole thing. But he will do it. He's not like being super difficult, but you certainly get the feeling, hey, I really would rather just stay here and then you come get me or something, because he does not want to be in the danger. But again, he'll do whatever you say.
To be fair, I don't want anybody taking my prime position in the center of the safety sandwich in terms of our formation, so he seems like a nervous Nelly, and the last thing I'm going to do is jump in front of him to take a blow from an arrow or a sword. I will be the one who pushes him in front of me to block said blow. It might be safer if we just leave him here then, get him out of the way.
You do. Not trying to influence your decision making at all, but I will remind you of the current state of things. You do have a dwarf that is waiting for you outside as well. I don't know. I actually don't. Where did you tell him to wait? If you want to, you could have him wait with them. Relatively, you think that'll be fine. You took him out of the cage, and he's waiting in the woods.
Didn't he give me a biscuit recipe, or was he going to give that as soon as
It was a quiche, wasn't it?
It was a quiche recipe, yes.
It
Quiche
was.
recipe.
I'm not sure where you're going to find fresh eggs to be making a quiche in this absolute shithole of a world, to be honest, Carl.
Someone kept pheasants or chickens or quail. Sure, you could make a quail egg quiche.
Considering the amount of wildlife we've seen so far, I feel like there'd be undead quail that spawn globules of diseased crap. I'm not eating much of the wildlife in this world if I can avoid it.
Just a question, because I don't know, Carl. I'm sorry for being so ignorant, but do Lady Kenku lay eggs?
Of course.
That's all I wanted to know.
Oh, birds.
Oh, Neuro, by the way, I put the map in the Discord, just so you know.
Good. I can load it in. Oh, look at these nice numbers.
Look at those numbers.
We're going to have reference points. Prepare yourselves.
These are sensational numbers.
Woo!
You're sensational.
Oh, your standards are very low, and I like that.
Yes, it's one of my strengths.
Low standards. One of my strong suits, actually.
Can never be disappointed
say.
then.
True.
Look at
Yeah,
this!
Whoa!
I'm a production god.
Yeah, you're a god. Okay, so number 1 in the middle, that's the stairway that was coming up. The statue room is number 2. Where you guys met Sniz Wimbledon is number 3. 4 is the trap tile room that you guys traverse with the secret compartment to the north. And then 5 is where you got the Green Antler. Just to the north of 5 is where Schlorb Glorbson was. And 6 is the current next unexplored area of the dungeon. So now we're all up to speed. Boom.
Excellent. Well, let's take and go.
Okay, so just gonna once again, somebody tell me what you're doing with Sniz Wimbledon. He's happy to do whatever.
He can come with us. He could open a door or something, in my opinion.
Might be
You just tell him what to do.
He's quite a tinkerer.
How large is a gnome? Could he hide in a box? If we bring a box and if there's combat, he just like hides in the box?
How big is the box?
A gnome.
Gnome-sized.
Do you have a box?
He can hide behind Goop. I'll
Yeah.
just tell him
He's
to take
pretty
cover
short.
behind Goop. Yeah.
Okay. He will, for the most part, just scurry and scuttle behind you guys, hiding behind anything that is larger than him, which is most things, unless you tell him or ask him something directly. You kind of just have an NPC follower at this point.
Good.
Kind of essentially how we play Ribbons. Ribbons is a little bit more vocal than that, though, but yeah.
Ribbons is awesome.
Appreciate you,
I'm
Ribbons.
glad you like him. Oh, thank you. Okay. What do you want to do?
Sniz can be our new Bob. He can be our new Bob.
Yeah.
Oh,
The skeleton.
we just start
The
calling
last
him
Bob died
without
so
telling
fast.
him why.
The last Bob actually got some good hits in, though, didn't he?
He did.
Yeah.
And then he just got absolutely.
Bob did work.
And then he got just
Ripped to
demolished. Yeah. But he did get some good hits in. 7's in the chat for Bob.
So we're at the door leading into room 6, and it's locked, and we don't know how, or if it's booby
It is a
trapped.
door. No, yeah, you have yet to inspect anything to do with room 6. There is a door. You see to your right, it's the stairway leading down. Behind you is, again, the statue room. And now you are at this new door that you have not looked at whatsoever. So proceed however you would like to.
I would like to step in front of door 6 first, and just take a deep breath, getting into the mode. Fuck doors! Just get that out of my system to start.
Do you shout it?
No, not like I'm trying to be loud, just to let the air out.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just, hey, just checking. Okay, what would you like to do? You're in front of this door.
I would like to
Digital?
inspect it for traps.
Okay, give me a... How would you like to inspect this door? Are you just looking at it? Are you feeling around?
I will investigate it.
You want to investigate the door. Okay. Yeah, sure. Sure.
11 plus 5, because I'm a very investigative bird. It's 16.
Using your deductive reasoning,
Yes.
somehow, you, from what you can tell, do not discern any traps. So I will clue you in on something. In D&D, if you tell me you want to use a specific skill, I will let you use it, but it will not necessarily have the desired effect if it's not pertinent to the situation. Otherwise, I will ask you for the skill that I want. But if you're very confident and you want to specifically try to... So what I mean by that is, like, you could use perception, for instance, if you just want to, like, analyze, like, look at and analyze the door. But let's say you have specific skills with your sleight of hand for feeling for traps and things like that. You could do something like that instead if you have, for instance, a better sleight of hand or something's causing your perception to be pretty bad. Or it's like pitch black, you can't see. Something like that. Investigation, it's kind of adjacent, but it doesn't necessarily... it's more for, like, finding clues and things like that.
So what you're saying is the door is still trapped and I was looking at it the wrong way.
I'm just saying you basically tried to Sherlock Holmes the door to figure out if it was trapped, and you've come to the deduction that it is not. You feel very confident about this deduction. But I'm letting you Neuro
very
the
confident
player.
about my perceptions in the past, just throwing that out there, and then a door blew up.
I'm just letting you as Neuro the player know that it's something. Even if you fail, you always fail very confidently. I will let you guys know that as adventurers, because you don't know that you failed.
Right.
Anyhow,
I would like to report to my comrades that I have deduced much from this door. That this door, it's not very good at hiding information, specifically about whether or not it's trapped. And if you notice, there are no bombs in front of the door, and there's no beast banging on the door from the other side. Therefore, using my bird wisdom and powers of deduction, it's safe.
Okay.
Crack the door and let me send Ratty through.
It's locked, isn't it?
Nobody tried the handle.
I would like to try the handle with great confidence.
It's locked.
Shit.
Mendax, we need your help.
Such an unnecessary thing for me to do, but I love doing it.
All right. I'm going to go to, but before I attempt to pick the lock, I would like to inspect the door one more time.
Okay.
Because the last door did blow up literally in our faces.
It did. Would you like to use your perception or sleight of hand to do so?
I might as well go with sleight of hand.
Okay, go for it.
It's an 18 plus 3. 21.
Yeah, you don't. You're sort of feeling around trying to see if there's any sort of false areas on the door that might be hiding bombs, stuff like that. Any weird triggers that are on there. You don't feel anything. You don't get the sense that there's any traps on the door.
Okay. Yes, team, I've fondled the door and I've come to the same conclusion as Carl. Not dangerous.
So you're saying I was right all along?
You were 1,000% right. I just wanted to make sure everyone knew it.
Well, that's wonderful.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes, it's definitely a door.
Thank you, Nigel. Ribbons, would you say this is a door?
I'm sorry, Nigel, what did you roll for that? This is D&D, and I want to make sure that we're staying accurate to the rules, buddy.
Just make sure I don't trip and give myself a black eye on the door handle. All right. I rolled a 19.
Okay, no, you're super confident on the this is indeed a door. All right, nice. Perfect.
Okay, then I would like to go ahead and attempt to pick the lock.
Okay, sounds very good. Sleight of hand, and you've got your thieves' tools, which will enable you to do that.
All right. I got a 13 plus 3.
Don't thieves' tools give you some sort of advantage? Hold on.
Probably.
Yes, they give you an advantage in thievery.
It says everything you try to do whilst they're in your hands is successful.
No, it does not say that.
And it also says that on the first attempt of using it per session, you regain a magical cloak of armor.
Wow.
That's a great tool. Wow.
We need to teach you to read. It's incorrect. You get to add your proficiency modifier bonus to any ability checks you make. So that's what thieves' tools do. So you get your +3 not only from your sleight of hand, but you also get your +3 proficiency bonus. Since you're a level 6 character. So that's also +6. So that was 13 plus 6 then, right?
Correct. So 19.
All right. Yep, you are able to very easily sort of click the tumblers into place, and you feel that satisfying click of the door lock.
Oh, yes. Gotta love it.
Well, let's relax
What?
here. Unlocking. Nothing. Just,
What did you think that was?
Nothing.
I think your mind is in the gutter.
Nope. My mind's right here on twitch.tv/Neuro.
Disgusting. How dare
The
you.
door is unlocked.
And it wasn't trapped?
No
I forgot about the bomb. Thank you, Neuro. All right, everybody roll a quick... No, it is not trapped. It is not trapped.
Then I would like to proceed through the doorway.
Okay, you open the door and walk through. You are in room number 6. The alcoves, sort of all on the sides, are rows and rows of bunk beds, so sort of double bunk beds, and there is a humanoid sleeping in every single one of them, with some weapons, armor, gear sort of strewn about next to the beds. In the middle of the room is a chair with a table. There is a person sitting at it. There's a whole bunch of food plates and mugs that are sort of like tilted over, kind of just like not, sort of discarded. And then at the back of the room is another door leading you to a hallway, which would lead you to room number 7, presumably. You hear a cacophony of snoring around you as you realize you are in like the barracks, the quarters room of the bandits, and everybody in there is sleeping.
Or a very boring brothel.
No.
Or one of the best, and that's why everyone's sleeping.
It could be an opium den.
It is I'm telling you as God that it is a sleeping quarters.
Right.
But I mean, I don't think any of those are mutually exclusive. I feel like it could encompass all.
Nope.
Right,
Not
we need
this
to
room.
establish a motive for why they're asleep.
Yes, it was the daytime when we got here. Why are they sleeping now?
By the
If
way,
they're
for all
not
of this, we would
hopped
be-
up on opium after being, just completely expended after the sensual caresses of what I'm sure are very professional, ladies and gentlemen. Not assuming. So covering
So if they're-
ladies and gentlemen.
If they're all
I think
asleep,
this
we
might
should
be
sneak.
more the sort of establishment where it's just one very well-used wood carving that gets passed around.
Whose turn is it with the wood carving? Joe had it last week. It's my turn this week.
You laugh, but there's some good
I hope
wood
it's
carvings.
well sanded and finished, because otherwise the splinters would be murder.
We can't giggle too loudly, we'll wake the sleeping people.
No, they're effed up on opium. They're out for days. It's fine.
They're not fucked up on opium.
Can we roll an investigation to
technically
see if
don't
they're on
know this.
opium?
Yes.
Okay.
You
Roll.
realize they're not on opium.
We don't know that until we roll.
No, he does.
I
He
rolled
knows
it.
We don't know that.
I rolled a 7 plus 5.
Yeah, they're not on opium.
I would like to turn to Mendax and Nigel and say, these people are drug-free. It's good that at least the bandits are taking care of their health.
Yep. They need to live long, 35-year lives before they die of some other cause.
Right. So we can sneak about now.
I think we should probably.
Everyone's now awake and just watching you as you giggle and talk. No. Yes. Yes. Everybody is still asleep. Presumably,
is it a single bed in each, or are they actually like bunk? So are we taking like 6 people asleep or 12?
it's more than just 6. Sorry. So that sort of alcovey thing is not quite exactly accurate. There are about 12 beds per side with bunks. So it's 48 bandits in total with your quick math skills. With a 49th presumably bandit in the middle that's slouched over in a chair.
Who's also asleep?
From this distance, yeah, you should be able to see. It looks he's either dead or asleep. You feel confident of one of these.
See that chair
But you
over
can
there?
see a bunch of mugs that are sort of strewn about, and even from where you're standing now, you can sort of smell like this room smells fucking pretty bad. 2, that guy in the middle has been drinking a shit ton of alcohol.
This would smell worse than a dream hack. My God.
I think
Worse
you're
than
touching on about the right kind of funk
The
we're talking
third
here.
day of a bring your own computer land. My God. Oh no.
Oh Lord Jesus.
Gamer goo, not even once. So do you think this person has a key on them? We could maybe sneak by and grab it from their pocket?
Give me a
I-
quick perception check.
Perceptive bird.
Yeah. We'll see.
16 plus 5 is 21.
You do see, because you're kind of specifically looking for this, a sort of little shine that one of the torches sort of flickers nearby. The room is lit. Sorry, I did forget to explain that. There are torches sort of like every 10 feet or so. You see something shiny hanging around this individual's neck. Which might be a key.
Do you think we should kill him in his sleep?
I just tap Mendax on the shoulder and I point at the guy in the middle of the room.
You know, I was already on that tip, so yeah, let's go. Yeah, I'm going to sneak up. I would like to attempt to sneak up.
Okay, give me a stealth check.
I'm going to do that.
I'm very consciously not moving because I know I'm a clumsy bastard and I'm going to wake everybody up.
It's an 11 plus 9.
Okay, that's very sneaky.
A sneak?
Yeah. Give me a d20.
I've got a 7.
Okay. What do you want to do?
Well, I want to take my rapier and my sneaky prick out.
Okay.
And stab him.
Sure.
Yeah, stab him with the rapier and go right across the throat with the sneaky prick.
Okay, sounds good. He is in the middle of the room, so you do have to sort of walk over there. Are you just gonna stab him from the front, or are you like, how are you just slicing his neck open, sort of deal?
It's gonna be like a stab slash. So stab through, because I can't really stab from the back with the rapier. I guess I could go. You know what? I probably could. I'd go behind him, get the throat with the sneaky prick first, and then the rapier I could send up through his side, which would then penetrate, hopefully, his lungs. And then that's going to, I mean, internal bleeding, all that stuff as well, but it's going to make it far more difficult for him to actually ever utter a sound if we go for neck and lung puncture.
Okay.
I
Sure.
know that because of Jesus on the cross.
Thank you, Jesus, for teaching us.
Brutal.
Okay. You silently walk over to this individual. The closer you get, the more you can sort of just smell him. It is foul, and just the stench of alcohol is. It almost feels like you're getting drunk just from the fumes that are sort of rising from the table and the ground around him. The floor is kind of, there's like a sheen of either like beer or piss. You're not quite sure which one is which.
So it is a beer, like a beer or ale smell, not like
an
a
ale
liquor smell.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like a liquor. Or sorry, it's like a beer. Yep.
Oh,
It's like an ale.
I got really excited that it might be strong enough liquor that I could light it on fire and burn them all asleep. In their sleep, but never mind. If it's just beer or ale. Definitely not high enough alcohol content.
Sounds good. And you walk up behind him and give me an attack roll. Well, actually, yeah, you anything but a 1 will crit this guy. So there's something called coup de grace, which is a helpless person or creature. If you attack them, you will always crit unless you roll a 1.
I got a 12.
So you crit him. Give me your sneak attack crit damage rolls. Do all them rolls and tell me what you get.
Okay, so sneaky prick is 1d4 plus 3, and so that's plus another 4, right? Because it's the crit.
Yes. So it's 1d4 plus 3, and then it'll be that maxed out, and then you do like a regular roll, like a regular attack, and then you add a second max damage version of that attack.
Right.
Plus your sneak attack modifiers and all that fun stuff.
So 2 plus 3, and then that's
5.
plus 4, right?
Yep. So that's 9.
And then
the other
plus 3 again
Mm-hmm.
because of the proficiency bonus, because it's a sneaky
Mm-hmm.
prick. That's like the thing.
Mm-hmm.
So it's 5 plus 4 plus 3. So
Yes.
9 to 12.
Yep, and then 2, and then whatever your max damage for sneak attack is.
Oh, I guess then it's another 7 then, because it'd be 4. No, because you don't get the plus 3, so it's just 4.
So
I thought
you
that
get
was with the sneak attack.
Yeah. No. So your sneak attack is like 3d6 or something like that.
Oh,
like,
that's
yeah,
right.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Your sneak attack
Okay.
is like a big damage number.
Yes. Okay. So that was 12 before, and then we get a 1, so 13.
No,
A
just
6.
your max, just a max damage sneak attack.
Oh,
You don't
so
have
just
to
a
roll
6
it.
then. Okay.
Yep, 6s for all of them. However many 6s you get.
Oh, so 6, 6, 6.
So 8 plus 18, plus
Yes,
your
12
dexterity
plus
modifier.
18. Yes. And my dexterity modifier is plus 3. No, because it's not a saving, so plus 3.
Okay, so what's all those numbers added together?
12 plus 18, that's going
It's
to
30.
be 30.
Uh-huh.
Plus 3 is 33, right?
It is.
Okay. So
Yeah,
33 with a sneaky prick.
Decapitate.
Yeah. Yeah, you wrench into this guy's neck so hard. He's a human being. He's like a regular guy. You cut so deeply into this neck, you're basically serrating his spine at that point. And his head loses balance. Blood flows down the front of him. And his head like lops off like backwards, flips back, and his dead, gasping eyes are staring at you. As you violently and brutally murder this person.
Whoa.
Do you need to stab him with the rapier then?
He's definitely dead. And you know this. But if you want to stab him, you can do so and take potential alignment damage, because that's kind of an evil thing to do.
Is it evil to stab someone who's already dead? I feel like the stabbing the living person is more evil.
I
At
didn't
this
say you
point,
didn't
it's just
take
a
alignment
meaty
damage, man.
pincushion.
Well, we don't even know if this person was a bad guy.
He
You have
definitely was
no
a
idea.
bad guy. He's aligned
Well-
with. He's not in shackles. He's not in shackles here, and we know that the bandits have
It's
been
crazy
racing
you
and
say that
murdering.
as
I'm
you look down at his
assuming
feet
what?
and he's tied to this chair. What? No, I'm just kidding.
Well, then
I'm
I have
joking.
released him from his suffering, and he's welcome.
Oh, he's a
doesn't-
bandit.
You don't
He's
have
a
to
bandit.
thank me. Okay.
He's a bandit.
Okay. Well,
he's
then what
dead.
I won't stab him, but
Okay.
I will kind of look up and make eye contact with Ribbons and be like, "Sup?" Because he loves the god of death, so I figured he probably would be into it.
He does not love the god of death.
I thought he worshipped the god of death.
Nope.
So Ribbons
I
practices
thought he did.
he practices clerical
Not
magic
death.
for a particular god who is not of a good alignment. They're of an evil alignment, but they're not specifically the death god.
I thought it was a death
No.
god. Never mind then.
No,
He's
I
going to be
think
very
I-
confused as to why I'm making eye contact with him.
He's-
Actually,
Yeah.
yeah, you would have pissed off the Dark Lady because she's the god of pain and suffering, and you didn't give him enough time to actually
Yes.
endure. Now, if you were there, start taking off his toenails one at a time, then she would
There
be
we
very
would have been good.
pleased.
Okay, well, I'll keep that in mind for the next time. I think I'd like to just try to take off the shiny about his neck, but while I'm doing that, could I just...
Yeah, you do that. His head falls off. I mean, the cord from this was somehow keeping his head kind of attached to the body. As you go to like lift it gingerly, it kind of just breaks through the last remnants of flesh that are holding this neck upon the body, and now there's a head on the ground.
Whoa.
It's all right. Can I, like, rifle through his pockets a bit? Take out his
Sure.
shoes?
Yeah, of course you can.
Okay, because I mean, he's a bandit. Maybe he has something else,
Sure. Give me a d20.
14.
There's a letter in his pocket.
Oh, I'm going to take the letter. But
Okay.
I'm not going to read it right now because we're in the midst of a thing. So I'm going to pocket the letter.
Sure. You see on the outside it says to Shelley.
He's going to be like, I hope the money I sent back for our triplets that you're raising got to you. Something.
Don't know. You didn't read it.
Okay, I'm going to take the letter.
Okay.
How are his shoes?
They're pretty shit. They're not
Okay.
soaked in blood, but if you want them.
Okay, well, I don't want blood squidgy shoes, so we'll just leave those.
Okay. Terrence is dead, so you know.
Oh, his name was Terrence.
It was.
It's in the
Terrence.
chat.
Rest in peace, Terrence.
That's for you, Big T.
Do Terrence, choose your friends more wisely in the next life, mate.
Okay, you have a key. You're not even. You don't know what it's for. I just want to also
Probably
point that
doesn't
out.
open shit. It's to his like daughter's diary back home or something. Okay, we've got the key.
I lean over to Carl and say, I think we should kill all of them.
Why?
We are cranking this up.
There's only one way in and one way out.
You mean the door?
I mean, we'll have to come back through here. It's better to get them while they're sleeping.
Could be. But what if they slept the whole time?
A roll of the dice. Let's creep towards Mendax and ask her.
She just chopped his head off.
I think I know what she's gonna say.
Of course she's gonna want us to kill them all.
Oh, there's a moral quandary. That was a really hard word to say for some reason. Brewing amidst the Wayfarers. Okay, each of you do a stealth check if you're trying to sneak.
Oh, just them. Yeah, I'm not sneaking. I'm
just
hanging
this
out in
one.
bloody Terrence's remains.
Just this once, don't trip over my own feet. Come on.
9 plus 3 is 12.
2
What'd you
plus
roll,
2 is
Nigel?
4.
4.
Yep.
Excellent. You guys are walking over. Like I said, the floor is very kind of, slick. There's like beer, grog, and some other. Who even knows what fluids on the ground? It's really gross, actually. It'd be really unfortunate to slip in, too, because you'd like fall. Your clothes would just like really soak that in if you're wearing any sort of cloth or cotton type,
I literally know exactly what that feels like because I fell in a gutter on Bourbon Street once in New Orleans.
Oh, that just sounds absolutely disgusting.
Oh, it was.
Nigel, you're creeping forward. You kind of almost cartoonishly so, but regain your balance. Because, you're a bit more experienced at this now. You kind of figure it out. And then you let out one of the biggest sneezes you've ever done in your whole life.
Ah!
Each of you give me a d20.
$12.
10.
Okay.
1.
All right. Mendax and Nigel, you each roll above a 4. 2 of the bandits wake up in the room with a start. We'll say one on sort of either side of you, Nigel. They kind of, Terrence, what's going on? And they're waking up. You have a few moments to react if you want to do something.
I have no stealthy way of killing anybody.
No, you do not.
Can they see us?
They're like they're sitting up in bed. You
We know
have
they're about
second.
to.
You have 1 second before they see you. Yes. You realize they're waking up before they see you, and so you have these moments to do something.
Can you make a Terrence
You can't talk.
illusion?
No, I
There's-
I
there's-
immediately.
Think that really hard at him.
I literally just grab a stone and pick it up and aim it at the one that's closest on my side, and I'm
Okay.
point Mendax towards the one on the other side because I'm about to
Okay.
catapult this guy.
Sure. Catapult him.
Get him.
All right, so I'm gonna catapult the one on my side. which is normally a saving throw for him, I believe. A dex saving throw. I'm not sure.
I'll give him
that's gonna
disadvantage.
Be disadvantage.
Yeah,
he's just waking up.
Yep.
Yeah,
Didn't
so this
expect to get catapulted in the brain with the stone this morning.
Yeah, this one's a 3.5 pound roughly. It's black and it's got kind of rough, jagged edges. And yeah, basically I'm just going to hold that in front of my wand and launch it straight at his torso.
Yeah, let me see here. What's our...
And this is a level 1 spell slot, by the way. I'm not using a big one.
Alrighty. What
Dex
is your
save of
spell?
14.
14. He fails. He fails.
Okie doke. So that should be 3d8s of damage.
Okay.
8, 7, and 2. So that's 17 damage.
Okay. You hurtle this very brain-sized stone at his head. And with a sickening thud and crunch, you literally smash in the front of his face. His eyes kind of bulge out of their sockets. Blood and snot gore kind of drip down his face as there is a rock embedded in his brain, and he is absolutely dead. All right.
Nice.
He's dead. What are you doing about the other one?
I mean, he pointed me towards him, so I feel like I'm going to be going at him with the rapier and my sneaky prick.
Okay. So you head over to him. You'll need to sort of move there and then stab him.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Go ahead.
It's a 17 plus 6.
17 plus 6 for your hit roll.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, that's gonna hit. And you do get sneak attack. It's not a crit. It's not a coup de grace. But
Right.
it will be, yes.
Okay, so it's 1d4 plus 3 because it's the sneaky prick.
Mm-hmm.
So 1d4, this is 2 plus 3 plus 3. So that's 8.
Yep.
And then, the
plus
sneak
your
attack,
sneak attack. Mm-hmm.
which is 3d6s.
Okay.
So plus 6, so 14.
Mm-hmm.
Plus 3, 17. Plus 4, 21. That's just for the sneaky prick.
Yeah, he's dead. You
Okay.
you just kind of silently, as if you're almost a ghost in the night, walk over and just nick the front of his neck, severing his sort of windpipe, preventing him from talking. Blood is just gushing down the front of him, and you actually grab the back of his head so that he doesn't hit the back and just lay him down in the bed for him to suffocate on his own blood.
Brutal.
Okay, those 2 people are dead. There are 46 bandits now.
Can't we just take the key and leave now?
Well, I thought...
I'm kind of frozen and surveying the room a little bit, especially the ones nearby, the ones we killed, to see if anyone else is, showing any signs of waking up.
It's a cacophony of noise. I mean, there's a lot of kind of like, again, snoring and just people are kind of like, shifting over to the side, things like that. But from what you can tell, nobody else has woken up. Sniz Wimbledon looks pale as fuck and like he's about to throw up, but beyond that, he's quiet.
So I'm sorry. I know you said that there was, there's 40.
There were 49. You
Right,
killed
now, so
Terrence. There's 48. And then you killed the 2 people, so there's 46.
Okay, there's 46 left. And I couldn't remember what you said about the map. So is it 46 people in 6 alcoves, or is it actually more alcoves in the map? It's just showing
So
6.
it's just the alcoves are kind of just to simplify that there are beds, that this is the bedroom. So there's 12
Gotcha.
bunk beds on each side.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, that's going to make it more difficult because I thought I could just, if they're in alcoves, one each, I could probably just walk in one at a time and massacre all of them. But on bunk beds might make it a bit more difficult.
We've
I
also
can set some of them on fire while they sleep. I'm happy to just dispatch all of them. I think it's the safest.
I think if we could find whatever booze they're drinking, especially if there's any, like, if there's dwarven ale of some sort, perhaps we can alight that as well to light them all on fire. But we need to bolt the doors so they can't get out.
I was thinking of just lighting their bunks on fire with some bonfires, and if we can surprise them, I think you two can probably take down 20 before they get to their feet. I can probably take out 10. There'll still be almost 20 left, 15 left.
I don't think we should be in the room when we try to light them on fire. I think if they get lit on fire, they're going to run for the exit, probably not deeper into it. So if we get through this and we're on the other side, and we light them on fire, then step through the door, I don't think they'll be running deeper into the caverns. I think they'd probably run like crazy towards the exit.
What if we just snuck through and left them here?
The only thing is what if they're awake and we get back? What if we miss a bandit ahead and they run through and wake them all up? But then also, I thought that we had talked earlier, and maybe I'm wrong, maybe I just thought this to myself, where if we clear this place out, this could be a really good holdout for the elves, the people who brought us here, who need defenses in this world. This is a very easily defensible place if you're, not sleeping.
That argument makes sense. These do seem to be fairly entry-level bandits, so not the toughest fight. I just have reservations because killing sleeping people is a little bit less sportsmanlike than besting them in combat.
There'll be plenty that wake up that you'll get to face on their feet.
Unless we're on the other side of the door, and we just let the burning people run out into the woods.
I can only set fire on 2 or 3 at a time. The bunks are rather close in the alcoves. At best, maybe I can set 4 people on fire. Not sure all of them will go down to the flames, but at least a few of them should before they rise from bed.
Do we see any barrels of alcohol that we could, spill on the floor and set alight?
No, not really.
Damn it.
If we destroy this room, it also kind of defeats the purpose of clearing the place out for people to live in, no?
I don't think the room will crumble. I think it would just take some, good old solid effort to clear out the corpses and the corpse smell. They'd probably need more bunk beds.
True, it does smell pretty bad here already.
I mean, I do, the cleansing of fire would probably not be the worst thing for this place, honestly.
Well, if we can try.
So what is your reasoning to kill all of them in their sleep again?
Because fuck them.
Because they've stolen food from the last remaining people here, and they've turned on their own. In a dark world with little hope left, these are the lowest scum, those who turn on their own side, and they side with liches and undead and the foul beasts. And so we should remove them all and burn them from this world.
I have a confession. Whenever I was exiled from my Kenku people, I did steal food. So, it's hard for me to hate these people for doing the same.
Did you ever take it from a starving orphan in the street?
I didn't specifically look for starving orphan bread.
Yeah, starving orphans, as you know, are the best ones to steal food from because they're starving because of just how much food they have.
I just wait for a little kid who looks like Aladdin to go try to steal a piece of bread, and then I reverse steal it from him.
Knock the frigging bread out of the kid's hand. It's essentially what these people did. These are the last supplies of this one of the last settlements in this world.
I will let you know that I will more than likely give you alignment damage if you just kill every one of these bandits in their sleep. You can. I'm not dissuading you from doing that. But it is definitely bordering on the evil way to do things. This doesn't necessarily affect your character now, by the way. You can be evil.
Tomato. Some say evil, some say great strategy.
Ribbons is an evil character. I don't actually know if you know that. So you can do a bunch of stuff, but it's just maybe it will affect things in the future. If you have a certain vision of the way that your character wants to go, where they're sort of a champion. Yes, killing a whole bunch of even bandits in their sleep, because you don't know specifically that they're, if things are awake and attacking you, that makes more sense, right? Because it's self-defense. If you don't sort of dispatch them, you're gonna get hurt, you're gonna get injured. But yes, killing things in their sleep in general is more towards the evil side of how to do things, unless it's very necessary. Just letting you know.
It feels very necessary. It's almost 50 bandits.
I'm just letting you know.
And we know the terror that they wreak upon everyone else around here. We're not talking about sleeping nuns and puppies. Like, these are murderous bandits.
We don't
it's not
know.
Our fault that they also can't hold their liquor.
The world is not black and white. It's not evil is evil and good is good. Ribbons has done a lot of good for you guys, but he is an evil character. His motives are for an evil purpose. That depends a lot in D&D. It's very subjective. I'm just letting you know. That's what'll happen. So if you want to do that, you're more than welcome to. But yes, your alignment will be damaged because of it.
Can I give my take?
Yeah.
We have a little bit of ways to go in this dungeon. Many other rooms are ahead. And my guess would be we will fight foes more difficult than this. And just to be clear, I have 1 rage left. I'm pretty tired. We haven't had a rest this whole trip.
Sleepy.
Yeah, and Nigel, he's hardly got any magic left. Look at him. He's all limped over and slouching. It's not looking as brisk as he was when we walked in and he blew up that whole camp of people. So, if we snuck through here, we do risk them waking up. That is a risk, but we also save our energy for a tough fight later on. And who's to say we may be able to give these bandits a way to get back on their feet and get out of the life of crime.
My only objective was to just make you fully aware of whatever the consequences of what you were going to do is going to be. However you want to play that is totally up to you. Again, as I said, it doesn't even necessarily affect your character right now. You're right, though, in that if they are awake when you come back to leave, or they might reinforce later, it could damage your character. It could kill one of your characters. You don't know. But the righteous path is not always the, easiest one, right? So I'm just letting you know what the consequences of killing in general sleeping people are.
True.
I think Daredevil and Batman were crybabies. Oh, I can't hurt people. I can't kill. I'll just drop him out the window. The fall killed him.
Nigel has come a long way from episode 1. Holy shit. He's a cold, calculated murderer now. Boy.
Have you not seen this coming? Nigel along this whole way has been like, oh, bring the child along with us so we can use him as a human shield.
He has
and then
had
made
some
fun of me for
developments.
giving him money to go become a pants designer. Nigel is a cold, gangster.
You know he got knifed the first village he was in. They took the money and spent it on bloody spice and all sorts of other alcohol and other crap.
But until then, the journey to that village, that boy had more hope than he'd had his entire life. That's what I bought with that gold.
Well done. Well, I say I don't give a crap about these people. They've already made their choices. They've done their lot with the devil as far as I'm concerned, and we could burn them. But Carl makes a point. The only reason I care is I'm willing to cross those sort of false boundaries of morals simply to have a more effective way of us getting out of this. And I do not have a lot of mage juice right now. I can basically make unlimited.
No,
we're gonna
can't
veto
let that
mage
one go.
juice.
No, we
We're
can't.
vetoing mage juice. That's not sticking.
we can't let that go. That needs to be explored.
I thought
No, it doesn't.
Yeah,
no,
I
it's
think it
being
does.
vetoed.
It
Nah,
fits.
I'm just rewriting
I
it.
think we need
I'm just
like
rewriting it. We're gonna go back. We're gonna patch
definition
that
of
up.
mage juice. We can't retcon mage juice. It's been juiced. You cannot
Nope,
unjuice the mage.
Nope. Nah, we're good on that one.
That's the episode
take-
name, ladies and gentlemen.
We're
Episode
gonna take
7, Mage Juice. I'm opposed to killing them, so if you just want my take, I'm opposed to it. If I'm outvoted, then that's the way it goes, and I will be grumpy, but we're a team.
No, I'm voting with you now, Carl. So even if Mendak still wants to kill, I'll go 2-1 simply because I don't think I can light enough bonfires to burn more than maybe 12 or 15 of these before they get up, and I think we might get overrun anyway, so the odds might not be with us with this fight. I don't want us to have to burn any more spells, and if Ribbons uses up any more healing, he's already used up a lot. We've only got, I think Goops used up his charges as well. We've got very little healing left.
Although really, all you need is a bonfire at both doors. And eventually the smoke inhalation will kill them all. And they can't leave because they can't go through the fires.
Jesus. Never mind. I'm damaging your alignment right now.
I'm just saying, now that I think about it, we don't actually need to burn them all alive. We could suffocate them.
Unfortunately,
Ribbons
I can only
by the way.
maintain a bonfire at one side of the room. But yeah.
I would guess our gnome companion is just like, I've been taken by even worse people.
He's like, oh, I made a mistake. Oh, this is a bad idea. I shouldn't be here.
No, it's fine. I'll go with my teammates. I don't need to kill them. I'm just very much not opposed to killing them.
So there's a term that was kind of more just some D&D history called, they call parties that just like go around and like endlessly kill things. They call them murder hobos, where they're just like ragtag dudes just walking around way stronger than everyone else in the world and just killing literally everybody they see. And the reason for that is because an old D&D, and even D&D now, one of the ways that you could do experience is by the things that you kill. So you wouldn't get any XP for anything unless you killed it. So you would just go around and you would murder everything. And it used to be in like 3.5 that only the person who actually killed the thing would get the experience. So you could literally kill steal experience from people. It was insane. Yeah, because you'd have to like calculate like, okay, we need the wizard to kill the next 4 things because he needs to level up, but it's like early wizards have to stab stuff, so it's you gotta like it was crazy. Anyways.
So we will sneak through, use the key, and not murder them all. For now.
For now.
Yes. I believe that's what has been decided. Let me know if I'm
as we
incorrect.
make sure we do not, if we encounter others ahead, they cannot run this direction. They must die before they get to room number 6.
Okay, I don't know why that was so funny, but that was good.
Thank you. I'll
They
take
cannot
one.
make it. I love it. Okay, sounds good. You guys are gonna head over to the door then?
Yes.
Okay. Anything else you want to do in this room before you go? Like I said, there's equipment. There's all sorts of stuff just laying around. You can do anything you want with those. Or you can just head through the door. Up to you guys.
There's equipment in the room that we're currently in?
Yeah, it's like all their gear. Like, it's just like at the foot of the, because they're not sleeping like fully clad in armor. They're, that's uncomfortable. They don't imagine they're going to be attacked in their bed. So like their weapons, their armor, everything like that is just kind of sitting next to or in front of their beds.
So we could just quickly inspect anything that was maybe available and grab something?
Yeah, you can do whatever you want. You could take all of it. You could take none of it. You could take some of it. Do whatever you want with it.
Can I roll to browse the good stuff?
I will just... You can. You'll need to roll like a 23 on a d20 for there to be almost anything good.
Oh, it's low quality stuff.
It's all garbage. Yeah, these are some piss poor bandits.
We just... No, we probably couldn't. There are probably lots of heavy things. I was like, could we just take all of the weapons with us?
Are there any potions?
Ooh.
Give me the d20. How about that? Let's see what you get. Okay. Give me the old d20.
Okay.
If he rolls a 1, he mistakes a piss bottle as a potion.
10.
Okay, that doesn't happen. You don't find any potions. Potions are even more scarce in this world, I would say. The most interesting thing that you find is a small tarnished silver ring.
Oh. Look at this. Oops. Delete that part. Sorry, sometimes the beak is larger than I expect. I found this tarnished silver ring. I'll put this in my pocket. This could be worth something.
Okay. Put that in your inventory.
Custom item.
Tarnished silver ring. Beautiful. Mindex, you have the key. The sort of leather cord of it is drenched in the blood of the person you killed. And the copper is sort of almost a new patina with the dried, crusty blood.
Gorgeous. Are we still standing by Terrence, or have we made our way?
I don't know where you're standing at this point, but
I don't think we've actually moved.
Well, Carl has, because he went around looking at the equipment.
Oh, that's right. But I haven't.
But you haven't, I don't think. Neither is Nigel.
Because we killed the guy, and then I probably came back to talk to Nigel. Okay, then I'd like to wipe some of the blood off on Terrence's shirt.
Okay, you do that, you realize, oh, I got more blood on it. Terrence's shirt is drenched in blood.
Damn.
Apparently, decapitated people bleed a lot. Who knew?
Well, I thought he would have, spurted backwards. His head fell backwards. I thought the blood would have gone, not,
No.
Not romantic.
It's a corpse covered in blood.
Little cherub boy peeing fountain
corpse.
arc onto his own shirt.
Nah, it kind of just, blubbled over.
So, okay, well, now I've got... You know what? It's fine. It's probably will just go into the lock smoother then. I think I'm just going to gesture and then make my way towards the door.
Okay. You head over to the door.
Could I use the key to try to open it?
Yes. You're successful.
Yes! I knew it.
Yeah!
I knew once with the... Never mind. I'm actually going to practice decorum for once in my life and not make the jokes that I'm going about up in here. The door has opened.
The door is open. It is? Yeah. It's open. You see in front of you a hallway, similarly matching the description of the map that you have.
That's how that works.
Would this be the hallway between room 6 and room 7?
It would be that hallway between room 6 and room 7.
I would like to briefly use my powers of bird deduction to wonder if there are any traps.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a d20.
Why do you laugh at
Roll an investigation.
Why do you laugh at this?
What are you going to deduce? You have no information.
I rolled a 10 plus 5 is 15.
Okay, go with what you feel. Yeah.
I believe that this hallway is comparatively safe.
Okay, sure. You feel the hallway is safe for some reason I don't understand.
Well, then I would like to proceed.
Okay, you walk into the hallway. It's a fairly narrow hallway. You'll have to go single file. And it is like a little L-shaped hallway. So you go forward a bit, head towards the left, then you head towards the right, and there is no door to room 7. Room 7 is just an open area. There's a sort of purplish blue hue, like a blue light hue, coming into the hallway from room 7.
Wait, so there's no door into room 7?
Nope, it's just it's just hallway into 7. They figure if you got past the ever watchful eye of Terrence, you're good to go. Nobody gets past him.
Well, then I would like to look around.
Okay. As you walk into room 7, it is you can see that the lights, the purple and bluish lights, are actually runes, sort of these arcane symbols that are embedded into the tiles. They're sort of glowing and sort of pulsating these colorful light displays. And in the center of the room, it's sort of almost in a circle pattern. around the very center of the room, there is a giant golem that's just standing there.
Is it active?
You walk into the room, and it doesn't move. So you don't think so, but you also don't know. Golems can have many different things that will activate them, or commands, right? If it wasn't put there specifically to attack people that walk into the room, it's not going to do that. So you're not sure exactly what it is. You can see. So the golem itself is sort of, it looks a little bit more sophisticated than just sort of rocks and mud slopped together, because golems can be pretty much any inanimate object, given life. Goop is a form of golem, for instance. This one is markedly taller. It is about 8 feet in height, and it takes up 2 sort of spaces, so it's about a 10-foot span, or well. It's not like 10 feet wide, but it's fairly large. Let's put it that way. It's a large creature. You can see that there are arcane sigils sort of inscribed on the stonework. There is no sort of glass or anything to depict eyes, but the rock and stone itself is quite smooth. It looks like it is a fairly well-crafted and well-made golem. Nigel, I'm assuming that you have entered the room as well, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can give me an arcane check.
Arcana? Oh,
yes.
That's a 9 plus, I think, what is it? 5, 6, 15.
Okay. Yeah, sort of everything I said to call about, golems, and they have different sort of either triggers or commands. You can tell this one is currently not active. And the runes placed around the room, you rolled a 15. The runes placed around the room seem to give you the feeling that it has to do with proximity.
So, okay. So probably yeah. All right, so it appears to be inactive, but potentially if we go too close to those runes, it might activate it, right? Is kind of what you mean by proximity?
You put those two together, that more than likely, that is it. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and this room, looking at the map, it's kind of like just one. How wide is it again? This is about what, 25 feet or so?
Yeah. Let's look here.
1, 2, 3, 7, 35 feet. It's about 25 by 35.
Yep. And it's standing dead in the middle.
Dead in the middle, right? Yeah. Okay. Cool. Cool. Okay. And how many runes are there on the ground around it?
Let's say there are 9. 9 that form almost a circle or star in a way, surrounding it. There are some minor sort of drawings that go in between them. Sort of how ritual. It looks like a ritual spell to you, where there is a little bit more to it than just the runes, but those are the key sort of focal points.
All right, so I share that with you guys. Do you guys so look for some way we can get through without going close to those runes? So maybe trying to squeeze between the very middle of 2 of them, squeeze up right past the golem itself. Though actually it has sigils on it. It doesn't have any runes on it, right? Or underneath it that I can see.
There is one rune that it's sort of standing on as well, but there are sigils sort of inscribed all throughout it. Okay. And sometimes that's a common practice. It sort of just helps the magic flow through and activate the specific things that it needs to do. Sometimes golems can also be inscribed to do higher level things or have a higher level of intelligence as well. It might be for that too. Some golems can cast spells, for instance. Some golems can harness magical energy in those sorts of ways. You also see that on its back are 2 large crystals that are sort of protruding, almost like from your knowledge of golems, you've done a lot of research on them in your time since you've received goop, for instance. They look to be almost like batteries to you. Sometimes these very large golems, they'll expend a lot of energy, and that's a common practice. You also know that those crystals are pretty expensive.
Those crystals are incredibly rare and sought after. They're very valuable. I say.
To the right people, of course.
Yeah. Hmm. And the crystals, sorry, were the crystals the batteries?
Yeah. Yep. Exactly. They're a very specific type of crystal that can hold arcane energy like that without shattering or breaking.
We may have to fight this golem. If we do, we can always try and salvage them. But the best bet, Mendax, those are incredibly valuable crystals. And I'm sure even in this world we'd be able to find someone who would be incredibly thankful for them, whether in terms of gold or something else they'd be willing to trade for it. Also, they're most likely used as a battery. So if you can try to sneak between the runes, getting as much distance from yourself to them as otherwise you might activate it, perhaps you can sneak around and see if you can maybe get one of those off its back or get both of them off, and that might take away part of its power source and give us some loot at the same time.
You could even potentially, because I don't think I mentioned this either, you could potentially outfit them to goop in some way if you find the right person.
Supercharged goop.
Supercharged crystal
Super goop.
I'm in.
Super goop.
Super goop.
Yeah, that's right.
So we just need to sneak up, and it's kind of counterintuitive, right? Because the activation is further around the outskirts of the room, but it's less dangerous close to the golem?
As far as I can tell, I believe so. I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah,
That'd be my best guess.
at this point, you're not entirely sure what the proximity is, or if there is a way to sneak around it. That sometimes is a common thing they'll do, is there will be a very specific set of tiles that you can step on to go around, so that people who are supposed to be there, who know the pathway, will be able to pass without activating it.
So there might be a path we can pass on. Definitely keep your eyes out for it. Otherwise, I think Mendax should take the lead on this, as she's the most dexterous and has the sharpest eyes. But we should stand ready to fight immediately.
You remember my perception rules, right?
I mean, he was up. You weren't looking up. You know, the dwarf. He was in the tree. The dwarf, like, you know.
Yeah, but even inside, I mean, full is like my jam whenever I roll for perception.
It's all right. You know, you're like a T-Rex. You don't see things unless they're moving or something, right? Like, it's just.
That was the problem. I wasn't turning my head enough when I was looking at the door that blew up.
Yeah, you're like a herd animal. You can only see like a little thing on both sides. You can't see up. You can't see behind yourself.
I love it. All right, so Mendax, give me the description. What are we doing?
Okay, then I mean, first, could I do a perception? I'm going to try it, a perception check to see if there's
are you
anything
looking
that I
for?
can tell differently. Maybe, you know, look for tiles or just anything
What
that might lead
specifically
me.
are you looking for? If you just want to have a description of the room, I can tell you that without having to do a perception. But if you're looking specifically for something, that's more so what perception would kind of be
Well,
more
let's
based for.
have you give us a description of the room, and then I'll probably be able to tell you exactly what I'm looking for.
Yep, so the room is 25 by 35 feet. There are 9 sort of major looking arcane runes that are embedded on tiles surrounding the golem. They're probably each of them 5 to 10 feet away from him. And they are emanating a sort of blue, purplish light aglow. So it does look like, to your sort of layman eyes, you don't really know arcane stuff that well, but like, okay, those look like they're active because they're glowing. There's a giant 8-foot golem in the middle of the room. It's made of some sort of stone. There are inscribed runes all over its body, and 2 giant precious crystals sort of protruding from its back, which Nigel has told you are very expensive and usually used for batteries that either will power the golem for an extended period of time or perhaps allow it to do other things such as cast spells, have a higher level of intelligence, things like that.
And do the runes on his body match the runes around the room?
I mean, there are like, I would say upwards of 50 or 60 runes on its body of different sizes.
Gotcha.
Yeah, there's lots of them. No. Sure, no. It's not really important, I'll tell you that much.
Okay. All right. So, Nigel, what do you think the best way through is then, and I can attempt that?
I believe there's either a path which whoever set up this golem knows that they can take to not activate it, some sequence which I'm looking around the room and I haven't seen any signs of yet. Otherwise, it's just try to avoid going too close to the runes on the side. So try to stay in between two of the runes at any one point of time. So don't step over the runes and try to just keep as much distance from them as possible.
Gotcha. So it's probably just over them at all. Like, should I be envisioning like a fake beam? Not really, but like just for my mental state, like a beam of light going up from the rune. So if I were to like triple somersault over them, but my foot goes over top of where the rune is, would that, do you think, still activate it? Or if I jump 10 feet in the air, it's 10 feet away from the rune, so it'd probably be fine. Oh, you're muted. I can't hear you.
The rune has muted
sorry.
him.
Do I need to do a perception check? I want to see if the arcane sigils indeed line up with this, like, kind of like laser light pathways dodging in to get the thing from the museum type setup.
Am I going to be Catherine Zeta-Jones?
You can. I don't know how you would perceive that. Really.
Smoke.
Yeah, do you have any, I suppose, smoke or dust or anything? I'm stretching here to try to accommodate this.
Well, I just mean magically,
I mean, I can always magic an illusion of dirt. I don't know if that would work, right?
It would not.
It would not.
They don't really refract light or anything like that. The illusions only have shadows and light because that's the way that you make them.
I have an idea.
I've got a small bag of sand from my
Perfect.
scholar's pack that I've had since the very start of the campaign, and since I've written nothing down, I've never had to use it as an ink blot or whatever.
Okay.
Cool. So I will try to just basically take maybe half of that or whatever.
Sure.
And chuck it over to see.
The sound effects are amazing.
Yeah. You've not seen King of the Hill? Have you ever watched King of the Hill?
No.
Okay. Oh. Pocket sand. All right, somebody in chat knows what I'm talking about. I'm not crazy. You throw out some sand into the room. I really love the creativity and how well you guys are thinking of this. I wish I could reward you. Nothing happens. There's just some sand that scatters into the air and falls on the ground. I'm sorry.
That was some damn valuable sand.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Sorry.
I think a bit of trial and error is the best you'll be able to do, Mendax. And me and
the
Carl will
creativity
just cleanly watch. We'll keenly watch, sorry.
Cleanly watch.
Yes, please be clean and watch. No dirty humor and no filth upon you.
Mm-hmm. All right. You step forward.
Okay. So there is just like the one ring. It's not concentric rings of runes.
Nope, just the one, and then there are some sort of, there's like writing and stuff that you can see inscribed in the rocks between them that connect all the runes together.
Oh, shit. But that means something. Okay, well, I'm going to have to go in between them anyway.
Mm-hmm.
But I also feel like if the person who made this does not account for height, then they're probably very stupid. So I probably don't need to jump and somersault over, but I also feel like I'm just going to do that.
Okay, you do whatever you want.
All right, I'm not going for style points here, but
Okay.
I do want to try to get some height. Like, stay in the middle,
right.
as far away from each rune as I can.
Mm-hmm.
Get some height, jump past, land deftly.
Sure. Give me an acrobatics. Let's see how far you jump.
Okay. I got a 15 plus 9.
Okay, you jump. You kind of even set yourself up on the wall to sort of kick off and use as much of that as you can. You jump. You sort of vault yourself pretty far forward. Actually, you jump a solid like 10 feet, which is pretty hard to do from a standstill. So that's pretty good. Yeah, you land, and immediately the golem activates.
Shit.
You're nowhere near either of the runes right now, but I mean, you know, hey guys, really good job on
Once
thinking a
you
lot
said
of
there
those
was
things.
writing in between the two, I was like, oh, there's no way.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm gonna spoil something for you. You take a single step into this room, and it was gonna activate. So it's nothing you guys did wrong. You didn't miss something. But yeah, the golem. You can see the crystals on its back, sort of starting to mirror the glow that's happening on all the runes. The runes themselves are now dimming, and the crystals on its back are starting to almost power up in a way. The runes that are inscribed on the golem's body are also starting. You can see the sort of faint outlines of that glowing magic. Sort of, it's almost like it's absorbing it from the runes on the ground into it. And you can tell that it's powered up. It moves, it shifts slightly to get itself into the correct position. And you hear, "What is the password?" And I think that's a really good spot to take a quick break as we have reached the center of our typical campaign time.
Whoa. That's time for us to think about the password, isn't it?
It might be password thinking time.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we will take a brief intermission, and when we return, there will be more Wayfarers. Thank you for browsing. Also, if you know the password from the golem, please let us know.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back with Wayfarers, Season 2, Episode 7. The team once again is in the crusty, dusty bandits cave. And recently, they were in a room where they narrowly avoided mass murder and character alignment shifts, and have now entered a room with a spooky golem, who has just activated, and we won't know what's gonna happen until we continue with Wayfarers.
What is the password?
Just going to look at Nigel. Because he loves words.
You see as the, oh no. Actually, not yet.
What?
Nothing. What is the password?
Isn't it crazy that me and Jimothy wear the same shirt every time? Anyways.
I always just thought that was a really nice touch that you
Twinsies.
two did beforehand.
Yeah,
Like, that
that
was just extra planning.
it's our team jersey.
I like it.
Okay, the golem asked us what the password is.
I'm just gonna say green antler.
You sort of have a pause, some tension. Password incorrect. 2 tries remaining. Powering obliteration cannons. And you see the crystals on its back. They start sort of arcing almost like electricity between them. And its arms sort of shift. The stone begins to shift and it goes from hands to like these 2 cannon looking things. And you see a faint glow from within them.
Max, get the note. The fucking note. Read the note. From the dead person you killed.
Okay, I'm going to pull the note out and look at the paper. See what it says.
Okay, it says to Shelley.
Is there any other message on it if I open it?
Oh, if you open it, yes, there is. It
Okay,
says,
It only says to Shelley.
it says to Shelley. The notes, it sort of, it describes essentially the duties of the week, presumably for a bandit named Shelley. At the top, it says, sweep the dungeon, feed the gnome, re-rig the spike traps, and then at the very bottom, there is a PS. We changed the password. It is changed to Tom's middle name.
It's okay. It's Tom's middle name, but I don't know if it means it's the phrase Tom's middle name, or if we need to find someone named Tom and ask his middle name.
What's the gnome's name again?
Wimbledon, come here.
He's freaking out.
Do you know anyone named Tom?
I think I had a child companion named Tom back in the day.
What about in the bandit cave, though? Like in this cave, did a Tom ever come to feed you?
I don't know. I don't remember. And he's like kind of she's stressing out. He's kind of freaking out. I don't think so.
Hey,
But I don't know.
it's okay. Shh, shh. Just going to like pat his head,
Enter a password. 10 seconds remain.
Tom's middle name.
Password accepted. Powering down.
Yes!
Yes!
And its hands, the cannons sort of revert back to its hands.
Yes! The fucking note!
You did it. I totally forgot that I stole that note.
I was thinking about my bird investigation powers and was looking for a clue on the wall, but remembered there was a note from the person with the key. And he had 2 keys, one to get through the door, one to get the golem to shut the fuck up.
So smart. So smart. Carl, all over it tonight.
Now can we
Very
loot his
quiet
crystals?
High five.
Well, now let's use those biceps for something else that's going to be more valuable. How about we get those crystals off his back, now that he's shut down?
That sounded a little erotically charged. Not going to.
Well, I'm just saying those biceps are going to need to be supercharged if they're going to pull those crystals off its back.
Let's put those biceps to good work.
All right, I take the
my
compliment.
God.
Now it's getting weird.
I'm just saying there needs to be, this needs to get a little over the top, and there needs to be some montages and some slow-mos of some bulging veins and biceps.
Sure, I'll do a quick
Lord.
a quick one flex
Ooh.
just for the golem and that puzzle solve there. Great. And then now I can try to remove one of them.
Okay. You walk towards the golem. It doesn't seem to move. It's in its currently powering down stages. You can see the runes on the ground begin to sort of a faint glow, not quite back up to full capacity yet. But you're trying to remove the crystals on its back, right?
Right.
And
Okay.
we'll move up and investigate as well. So if I can maybe examine it from up closer, I'm not sure if there's anything I can see with my arcana knowledge.
Yeah, sure.
I've rolled an 8 + 6, 14.
You don't see anything that is overly spectacular. It does seem like this is just simple sort of sentry kind of golem, based on the runes that you're reading here, and that the crystals look to be powering mainly something in its arms, which presumably, from context clues, would be something called obliteration cannons. So, yeah, that's about it.
All right, let's just try and get them off there.
Yeah, so around where the crystals are, they're sort of embedded into its back. There are 2 sort of slots that are that were carved out so that these crystals can fit in nicely. There are runes that are etched all around them and sort of spanning out like a spider web from the center. There's 2 of them, one on almost each shoulder blade, if you will. They're about a solid 7 feet in the air. So how would you like to proceed?
They're 7 feet in the air?
Yeah, the thing is total of 8 feet tall, and they're really high up there. They're almost at the top.
Could Mendak stand on my shoulders and get them out?
You would then be tall enough for sure.
Let's try it.
Let's go.
I'll get into a sturdy stance.
I'm there. I'm helping I can help push you up as
Okay,
well.
but watch your hands though. I'm gonna
Watch
just.
them.
Yeah, that's probably for the best. Just going to definitely pop up onto Carl. Let him lift my feet up.
Okay. Yeah, you're able to very easily. You're right at the perfect height to grab these crystals. They're big. They're probably I don't know, a foot in diameter, and they protrude about 2 to 3 feet from its back. They are. You can see they go into the golem's sort of chest, or its back rather, and then the other side, it's sort of like jagged spikes. It has like a natural sort of transparent blue kind of color to it.
What I'd like to do is wrap my arms around one of them, and then kind of pull myself up, put my feet on the golem's back, and then use that as an anchor point where I can pull down to try to pull the crystals out.
Yeah. Yeah. Acrobatics, please.
Oh, fuck
And
yes.
strength.
Oh, shit, no.
Give me the acrobatics, give me the strength.
Okay, acrobatics is a 14 plus 9.
Yeah, so you're able to very easily sort of climb up onto the back of the golem.
Okay, and then strength. Where Where's my +0. Okay, here we go.
Mm-hmm.
A solid 5.
Nice. So you're able to very easily cling to the back of the golem. However, the crystals are not budging, even a little bit.
Carl, can you pull on my legs while I hold on to the crystal?
Sure, can I assist with that? I feel like as soon as it dislodges, we're gonna fall down.
It's fine. It's only 8. You won't fall. I'll fall, but I'll fall less than 8 feet because my hands are 7 feet up. My feet aren't 7 feet up.
Sure. So yeah, you can assist Calm. It gives you a +2 to your roll. So, yep.
So
You don't
I
even
would
need to roll.
Oh.
Yeah, assisting is just like I help. There's like a maximum amount of assisting that you can do.
So
You
she
can't, like,
rolls
combine
again
strength checks.
with my help.
Yep. You roll again with your help.
Okay. I rolled a 16.
A 16
Plus
plus
2.
2. 18 total. It is not moving, even a little bit. These are solidly embedded in there. And now with Call pulling on your legs, the golem is certainly tipping over. Call, you realize it is tipping over. Do you want to try to do anything, or are you getting out of the way? This is a quite literally stone pillar that is falling over.
I would like to prioritize our safety above loot.
Okay? What do you do?
So I would probably try to twist and turn us so that we go to the side. If it's falling back like this, then we would go to the side out of the way.
Okay. Mendax, give me a dexterity save. With advantage, because Call is helping.
Okay, so it's 12 plus 6, and then a 2 plus 6, so...
Okay, so the 12 plus 6, Call sort of is able to grab you, and you're able to sort of maneuver yourself in such a way that you do not get crushed under the weight of the golem. Anyone else who is nearby is able to very easily step to the side, but because you were quite literally just hanging off of it, you kind of needed to maneuver a little bit. The golem crashes to the ground. It sort of falls as you're pulling. You sort of turn it, and it falls and hits like its side, and then falls onto its face. So the crystals are now sticking up from the ground, and you hear the whir of energy as the crystals now begin to glow. Activating security protocols. You hear from the golem. As its hands once again turn into cannons, and it seems like it is going to attack you.
Tom's middle name.
It's not asking you for a password. It just says it's activating security protocols.
Alright, we either need to smash the ever-loving shit out of these crystals right now, or get out of this room.
Could we try to each chop a hand off? Because it's shooting us with cannons.
That's true.
Okay, yeah, sure, yeah.
Well,
Maybe.
not out, yeah.
Why is that
Let's
funny?
go after...
It's nothing. No, it's not funny.
But you laughed. You
No,
guffawed.
it's not. It's not funny at all.
What's so funny about golems losing
Nothing.
hands?
Nothing funny.
DM.
It probably has 37 armor class.
It's not funny. Listen. It's not funny.
Now I'm laughing.
What would you like to do? You each will have one action before it will take a turn. Do pretty much whatever you want. You have a full action. Full turn to do whatever. I'll let you go in whatever order you want to.
My instinct would be to look at the arm and see if there's any point in it that looks like the most weak or tender, and I would want to chop that as hard as possible.
Mendax, what are you doing?
I think I'm probably going to go for the crystals and see if I can't maybe shove a knife under them and pry them
one
loose.
of them loose. Okay. Nigel?
I am not specialized for this circumstance. I can try to explode it.
I'm not specialized here.
I am considering leading the non-combatants out of the room while you two try to find it.
Oh, that's good. That's so good. Oh,
Do you think we're golem specialists? Come on.
I love that.
I've been trying to break apart either the crystals off of it or to break its hands are great plans, neither of which I have any way of contributing
I mean,
towards.
throw a damn stone at the crystals. As long as you fucking break the crystals, who cares whether we get the money for them anymore? As long as you don't die from the obliteration cannons.
That is true. You know what? I will grab. I mean, I'll run up and try to. Yeah, I'll try to. I guess firebolt the other crystal, that not the one that you're not on, Mendax.
Okay.
Thank you for not firebolting the one that I'm on. I've had enough of this. Your singeing in this dungeon.
Don't trust my aim until the firebolt's complete.
Yeah. Okay, Nigel, give me, Call rather. We're gonna start with you. Call. Give me an attack roll. You try to discern what you think is the weakest point. As quickly as possible. You see a spot in its arm that looks like it's maybe a connector or something that's connecting to different joints. You say, okay, that. Give me an attack roll.
Am I doing like the full thing of scythe bite or just one attack?
I mean, you have a full turn, so you do whatever it is you want to do.
Oh,
You
sure.
have bit columns before.
So D20 plus 6 to hit. I'll just do the 3 hit rolls then.
Okay.
And I'll do scythe. I guess I'll bite. Yeah, that sounds fun.
Go for
Never
it.
bit a golem before. 13 plus 6 is 19.
Okay.
3 plus 6 is 9.
Okay.
17 plus 6 is 23.
Okay. First scythe and the last thing you did, which I think was bite, is going to hit. The second one will not.
D12 plus 6. Actually, no, it's less than that because I'm not raging.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's D12 plus 4.
Let's take a look. Yeah, it would be D12 plus your strength modifier plus your +1 from the weapon being a +1 weapon. So +4.
Great.
You got it.
So 5 plus 4 is 9 for the scythe.
Okay.
And then the bite is... $1d8 plus 3. And that's 5 from the bite.
Okay, so what's the total? That was 14 then? Or 13? Yeah, 14. Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, sounds good. You hit this connector. It does not break off, though. You did not do enough damage to sort of break this specific part.
But I learned the taste of golem connectors and gained 4 hit points.
You did, somehow. Okay.
How much damage did he just do?
14.
14.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Mendax, give me a just straight up strength check now. Oh, you're muted, I think so.
That's
So you
okay.
know.
I was just yelling expletives.
Great.
Shit, you not! It's a fucking 20. It's because I blew on it first.
Okay. What's the total with your strength modifier?
It's still 20
Okay, so it's just a straight
because
20.
I have +0 strength.
All right, it wiggles a little bit.
Oh, motherfuck balls!
Sorry.
Got it wiggling.
That's-
Might need your strength.
You need strong things to break through these.
I need the biggest, thickest bird.
Oh shit.
Anything else you want to do, Mendax?
So, its arms.
Mm-hmm.
Are they jointed anywhere besides the shoulders? Is it like straight stone arms or is it jointed arms? Meaning, if I'm chilling on its back, is it still possible to be hit by the obliteration cannons?
You do not feel you can discern that information currently. You don't know how it really truly is connected.
Wait, what? I was looking at the thing before.
Yeah.
Oh,
That
you're
sucks.
just trying to leave it open so that I could possibly get shot in the back. 'Cause-
Well, I'm trying to think of, okay, you don't know how golems work.
No, but I'm like, if it's solid pieces of rock arms.
Okay,
probably
it's not
can't go like-
it's not a solid stone. There are connectors, yes.
Okay, that's all it is.
There you go.
I just can't make
For all
it
you
just
know, the
this
arms
time.
detach and can move on their own. Who knows, man? I don't know. We'll
That's
see
true.
what
I'm
I
just
feel
trying
like
to think
in
of
a
like
second.
what I would do
Sure,
in the moment.
Yeah.
Oh, Carl, you're muted.
I'm not. I'm just waiting.
He's waiting.
okay.
He's being
I thought you
patient.
were legitimately talking.
I was gonna jump in as soon as you were done, and you just kept going, so I was left there.
Sorry.
Just you weren't ever
turn.
done.
We should prioritize making sure this thing doesn't stand up. However we're gonna try to dismantle it, maybe someone's pinning it down. It seems pretty hefty, right? It would be pretty tough for it to just stand up if we're standing on it.
Yeah, I think should we stand on the head, because gravity-wise that would make it the most difficult.
Or just
Like
stand
if you
in
pin
the
the
center.
head down.
Stand in the middle of its back. Why not?
Okay, I'm already there, so I think I'll just stand there
Yeah, carry on.
and think hefty thoughts.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fire is especially hefty. I'm gonna shoot my firebolt, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
10 plus 6, 16 for hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Ooh, right. 2d10s. We got an 8 and a 4, 12 damage.
12 damage. Okay. Alrighty, sounds good. You can see that the crystals somehow have seemingly absorbed a bit of the magic essence that you've shot at it.
Ah, shit, that just absorbed some of the power of the fire I just shot at. I don't think I'm helping much. And then I will jump on top of that crystal as well. So I'm jumping on the other side of its back next to Mendax.
Okay, sounds good. You guys want Ribbons to do anything?
Could he top us off at all? I'm not at full health.
Oh yeah, okay. Let's see. How much health are you missing? How badly are you wounded?
I'm missing 11.
Okay.
I'm missing 7. Nope, 6. I can math.
Not necessarily the highest priority. Neither is in dire straits. How much does a goblin weigh? Like about 40, 50 pounds? 60, 70?
Ribbons is especially pretty thin. He looks pretty scrawny, but
Oh, like
I mean,
a
if you want him to, well, he has ribbons
Right.
tied to his arms. That's why he's called Ribbons.
Okay, they're
Well,
normally 40 to
it
80
could be,
pounds.
multiple things. You might be called ribbons for one thing, but then still, visually emulate a bit of a ribbon.
Sure, but I'm just letting you know why he's called Ribbons. That's all.
Why does he have ribbons tied to his wrist? I need to ask him this. No, it's fine. I'll ask him later.
Yeah, no worries.
Mendax has these social realizations in the midst of intense combat with huge
I haven't
foes.
talked to him.
You
I
know,
don't really know him as a person.
Him.
You know, I should write my mum.
I feel like such an asshole right now. I've been letting him heal me this entire time, and I've never bothered to ask him, hey, why the ribbons?
Everyone's
And also,
asking what
were
can
you
ribbons
named
do for us
Ribbons
this turn.
first And then started putting ribbons on? Or is ribbons the nickname because you wore ribbons? And if so, what was the original name? And do you prefer the original name and you really hate that people call you ribbons? There's many questions I will ask him when we leave this dungeon.
Okay.
That's good.
That's great. I think that's awesome. Okay, so multiple of you, Nigel, are you missing HP as well?
No, I'm actually at full life, yeah.
Oh, you're at full. Okay. Let's see.
Must be nice.
What can I say? I'm at full life and I'm still 1 hit from death, so...
He is just going to heal Call then. He's going to try to save his spells. And Call, he will heal you for see. 8. He heals you for 8.
Thanks, Ribbons.
You sort of feel this. Again, it's almost like an uncomfortable type of healing. Like you feel odd. You feel just out of sorts, but you physically feel better.
Oh.
But it's like a swirling darkness that comes from Ribbon's hands. It sort of patches up and heals some of your wounds. All right. And he's just, yep, okay.
Thank you, Ribbons. You're
You're
great.
welcome. Oh, thank you.
No. I'm sure Mendax cares a lot about you.
Well, that's very nice.
We need to get focused on the combat now.
All right, good luck.
Ribbons is a cleric.
I do truly care a lot about him, though, because he's like, I'm not an evil aligned character, but I'm more evil aligned than the two of you, and I really do love Ribbon.
He's a great little goblin. Sniz Wimbledon he has run back into the hallway. He is quite scared of the current situation. Just as an update to that. And all right, we'll move on to the next turn. And everybody roll initiative.
7.
Make sure you add your initiative as well.
Oh, shit.
5 plus 3 is 8.
19
Oh,
for me.
so 10. I've literally never done that. I've
You
been
said
wrong every
God.
time.
How many episodes? How many sessions of D&D have we
For
played?
a year and a half.
That is
I have been
actually
wrong.
that is so cringe. That is crazy.
Hang on. It took us 37 episodes for that.
That's fucking phenomenal.
Look, Mendax, you can't feel too bad. I didn't know that I take half damage from slashing and blunt damage until season 2, so...
Okay,
it's true.
that's cool.
Wow.
I mean, it's like it's a tiny little box. Like, why would I ever look there?
That would have
never
given you
look
a
there.
turn advantage in quite a few situations where you could have acted
It
sooner.
definitely would have. Maybe I would not have died jumping off. No, I definitely would have still died or fainted jumping off of the lava worm.
Alrighty, Nigel, you are first, my friend. You're quick
Indeed
to think
I
and
am.
act.
Quick to think and act, especially in a situation like this where I'm not
Yeah.
particularly useful.
You're
Uh,
thinking.
I'm going to. I've actually been saving a rather beautiful little rock.
Okay.
Oh my god, I'm so low on spells. Yeah, we're gonna do a level 1 catapult. So I've got a rock that's kind of like a triangle, kind of like a it's a point basically.
Uh-huh.
It's a bit more of a wedge rock. This one. It's only about 2 pounds. But
Okay.
while on his back, I'm gonna try and catapult this once again point blank into the crystal.
Okay.
Yeah, this could go pretty wrong, couldn't it? Oh god. Yeah. So obviously it's a dex save, is the way catapult works.
Yeah.
Obviously, I'm hoping this way he's not going to be able to absorb the magic because the magic simply propels the projectile. So there's no
Very
more
smart.
magic actually hitting the thing.
I think that's super smart. Yeah, it fails its dexterity save. As it
Okay,
really
good.
can't move right now.
Fair. I think I was going to have to protest if otherwise. I'm like, how am I missing again?
What?
So that's 2, 5, and 4. It's 11 damage. Not what I was hoping for.
11 damage.
Yep.
Alrighty. Yeah, the crystal you can see sort of cracks a little bit as you feel that you have hit the only vulnerable spot on the entire form of this. So yeah, it sort of cracks and splinters. Shards of this crystal come splintering off. You haven't shattered the full thing, mind you, but it is looking rough.
Its crystals are the weak point for sure. I've shattered this one a little bit. Well, cracked this one a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Well done.
Anything else you'd like to do, Nigel? Where are you standing, by the way? Oh, you're on its back. Right.
I'm just hanging on for dear life. Yep.
Okay. I like it. Okay. Mendax, your turn.
Okay, I've seen his crystal crack. And
Shiny.
Mm-hmm.
very and it's already cracked. He said that's the one to go for, so I'm going to attack that.
Okay.
I think my daggers might be best, so probably go with dagger and sneaky prick.
Okay, sounds good. You will be able to get your sneak attack for this, sure. So go ahead and give me the hit rolls first.
Okay, hit rolls.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, 4 + 6 is 10,
Okay.
and the other one is a 20.
Okay, so the 20 will hit and is a crit. So you can do your max damage plus another roll, basically, for it. Like you do your crits. And then the other one will miss. So which one was your second one?
My second one was the regular dagger, unfortunately.
Yep, so you're just going to do that one then. That's fine.
Okay, so 1d4 + 3 + 3
7.
d6s.
So yeah, it's a... I'll just explain the crits again. It is like a full max damage version, and then plus a regular roll that you would do.
Oh, no, I meant, do I still get the sneak attack damage with that?
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yes.
That is the sneak attack damage. So you basically get a free 18 plus.
You get a free 18 plus 7 because it's a d4 plus 3, right? So you get 25 off the rip.
And
then you get another d4 plus 3. Yep.
I'm being silly because it's a crit. Okay, I was just thinking in general. I was like, no, but I roll for it every time. Okay, no, because it's a crit.
Okay.
1d4 + 3 + 18.
Yes.
And it's a 1 + 3, so 4 + 18, 22.
Okay, and then it's plus 7, so it's 29 total.
Okay.
Okay, and yes, you are able to do enough damage. You sort of wedge the blade into one of the sort of weak points of the crystal that Nigel has made from sort of propelling this rock into the back, and you're able to sort of, I don't know, extra heave. You sort of smash into it again, sort of double tap, if you will, and it splinters the crystal. We'll pick one. This is the right shoulder blade's crystal. Let's put it that way. And it dissolves, or not dissolves rather, but it disintegrates into a sort of a shower of crystalline dust and powder. Shards of crystal go splintering everywhere as the tension of it is released and just sort of shatters and cracks. You can tell that the right arm that was powering up powers down as the magic conduit for it is disabled.
Perfect.
Nicely done.
Nice.
Mr. Call, your turn.
Wait, so you said it powered down the one side where the battery was, but not the other side?
Yep, the other side, the arm is still powering up. The left one is still intact.
So I could follow suit and bash it and bite it just to see what it tastes like. Or I could drink this strength potion and try to lift it.
Try to lift the crystal out? Yeah, you can. Up to you.
This is the one that I got jiggling. I jiggled it. But didn't pull it out.
He's smug, like you have to roll a 78 to pull it out. Do I know how strong the strength potion will make me? Out of curiosity? Nope. I don't.
Nope.
Okay, I think it'll be fun to try it.
Let's do it.
Could be a big score. I'll
Okay.
drink the potion.
Sure.
Damn, this is good shit.
You chug down that potion real quick, and you feel sort of adrenaline overcome your body. Your muscles tense up, and it feels like you are just imbued with strength incarnate.
Whoa, I'm feeling a little bit like Brunt. And I will remember the arm wrestle with Papa Brunt and how decidedly I was smashed. And think
Yes.
about using that power as I lift.
Okay. And you head over to the crystal, and you're going to try and lift it out, right? And you're not raging, is that correct? I just want to make sure I'm on the same page.
Correct.
Alrighty. Give me
So-
a strength check.
Strength
I have
check.
your strength potion in mind, so don't worry.
Okay, so +3 modifier.
Mm-hmm.
13 plus 3. Plus whatever the potion is.
Okay. You lift with all of your might. You're trying to remember your form. You're essentially wrap both of your arms around this and are squeezing tighter than ever before. Unfortunately, you're unable to budge the crystal from the casing that it's in with that roll and that amount of strength.
Whoa.
It is solidly embedded in there.
Can I also scythe it and bite it?
No, that's going to be your action for the turn.
It was a good try.
It was a valiant attempt. You went
Does
you went
this-
for the risky bisky.
Does this mean
appreciate
that
it.
technically Mendax is stronger than Carl because I was able to jiggle it?
You're better at killing than he is at nursing. Oh, I guess you did just jiggle it. But, I mean, you were still using a
I
knife,
jiggled it
weren't
though,
you?
but I jiggled.
You did use a knife though. Yeah. Kind of invalidates the whole thing if you ask me.
He
That's
tried
okay,
to pick
though.
the baby up. You tried
Yeah.
to kind of lever the baby out with a blade.
Yeah.
How else do you get babies up at all, if not with a blade?
I
You
would
must have
just-
had some really ritzy childhoods if you want, poked with the blade every time you needed to go anywhere.
Well, you're giving me
golem
shit if you look at this thing. It's a construct. It's not a boulder. If that was a boulder, I would have lifted it up and thrown it through the roof. It's embedded in. Look at the edge.
I'm just saying. I thought for sure you were going to rip that crystal right off of its back. So this whole thing is confusing me.
I'm not infinitely strong, and it could have been a weak potion.
I think that is true. It could have been a weak potion. Because I think you're infinitely strong, Carl.
It could have just been a +1 for all we know.
Could have been.
What if it took away your strength? What if
That
it was a
would-
dick potion?
That would be annoying. And a trap.
Dick potions do something else.
Yeah. Well, we can either try to break this or keep trying to grab it. Or cut it out.
But you'll have to figure that out when it's your turn. It is the golem's turn.
No, not the cannons.
Alright, so you're all in its back, right? Okay.
Yeah. So me and Mendax are kind of marrying Pippin in it, right? A bit higher
Yeah.
up on the
Dibs
the
on
shoulders.
Pippin.
Carl's just below us, I guess.
Yeah, it is going to fire the obliteration cannon as it's laying down here. Nobody is behind it. It's not going to actually turn or move its arm at all. And the force of which it sort of sounds almost like what a jet engine would sound like, with just how high pitched and loud it is. Concentrated sort of magical energy is basically just like being propelled out of this cannon into almost like a laser beam type weapon. As it does that, you hear the stone of the golem scraping on the ground as it begins to pick up momentum, and then all of a sudden it sort of just smashes itself into the wall. So each of you roll a dexterity save.
Whoa.
16.
Okay.
17 plus 3 is 20.
Oh wait, no.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. It's a 19. I forgot it was a save. I was doing my normal modifier. 19.
No worries. Okay. 2019 and
9.
alrighty. Call in Midnex. You are able to easily jump off of this thing before it smashes into the wall. Nigel, you feel like your best option here is to try to ride it like a surfboard, which you
Go ahead,
fail at.
Beyonce. Surfboard.
You surprisingly that does not work very well, and you take a total of 13 damage as you get smashed into the wall from like with the golem crashing into you as well.
Ouch. That's gotta hurt.
Ow.
It will then stand up. Its right arm is still operational. It just cannot use the cannon anymore. So it will pick itself up. Nigel, you're kind of just laying on the ground in a heap of pain.
Ow, my ribs.
Yeah. I think I've broken something.
Oof.
I don't know why you're laughing. Poor Nigel. He just got smushed.
Sorry, I'm still laughing at the 9. I don't know. What 9 got me so good.
If it worked, it would have been really cool. Just saying.
Very cool. If he had surfboarded an angry obliteration cannon golem, fucking legend.
Yep. Fucking legend.
Tried to Legolas it and jump up a giant elephant that was charging at me and do it in one
elephant.
smooth motion.
But then he remembered he didn't roll an archer class. He's a wizard.
Let's see. Ribbons is going to go. He sort of raises up his like barbed wire effigy that he has, and a swirl of dark energy permeates around his hand, and each of you feel this sort of sickly uncomfort as you're each healed for wow, exactly 13. Fantastic.
Okay. Back to max health, baby.
Call is it full?
So you said 13 for each of us?
Mm-hmm. For everybody. Yep.
Oh, thanks, Ribbons.
Ribbons
Barely even
is
felt
the
anything.
best.
Didn't even hurt, really.
You sort of shiver
Fuck
off
you,
the
Golem, what
effect.
you got? You ain't got shit.
That has to rank up there in some of the funniest
like
ways
a-
we've taken damage.
Bituration cannons.
Surfing on the
What?
back of a golem into the wall. Yeah, it's up there. One of my favorite moments still though is when when Call, just to go on a small tangent, absolutely just circumvented one of my mini bosses by turning a cannon at them on the pirate ship and literally just killed them in one. Like, I was like, oh, okay, well, I can't think of a reason why you can't do this. So yeah, he is certainly dead. Like, there's no way. All right.
You didn't think
Well,
about the
have fun.
power of the cannon item.
I didn't. Yeah, I did not.
That was
Calls
so
a brute,
good.
he'll probably try to punch it.
Yeah,
Do you
fucking,
still
this will
have
be great.
that? You gave him like that like basically like I can't remember what you called it, like inspiration point.
Yeah, I still have it.
Yeah, he got inspiration. He
Okay,
has
yeah.
not used it. Yeah.
Okay.
Fantastic. Nigel, it's your turn. You felt horrible. Now you feel much better. Yeah, the heal that you get from
Correct.
Ribbons, again, it just really is it's just an uncomfortable sort of feeling. You have to like shiver it off and it's almost wipe it off of you.
But it's
The-
like
the
part of you
ribs
like it
kinda
though a little
crack-
bit.
The ribs crack back into place. And
Yeah.
It's satisfying, but like very painful and also kind of wrong. You're like,
It's just
yeah.
you're like, this is not the way. You've been healed before, like magically, and it's usually a very warming, sort of calming, peaceful feeling. This just makes you feel almost an existential dread.
Creepy magic, yeah.
Yep.
Ribbons has got that very creepy magic. Well, what else can I do that isn't going to actually bloody put magic in this thing? Poison, that'll work on a golem, right? Poison, for sure.
Yeah.
I don't want to waste my last catapult on... Alright.
You've already regained your spell slot with that item as well, right? I think you did that in the previously.
I think I did.
Remember. I think you did. But...
It's not marked as... Oh, no, it is marked as having been
okay.
used. There we go.
All right.
Okay.
Well, there you go. All right. Fair enough. It's the old cantrip wizard again.
Do you mean the poison grab that we have?
I would just like to note as well, you guys have never once used that in combat.
He's
I have
used
a
it.
poison spray.
Oh, you did. You have. Nigel is the only person who's ever used that. You still do not know the effects of that.
What if it's like super strong?
It's fascinating to me that you've never tried it. It's crazy.
We're not the smartest adventurers.
Listen, hey, I'm here. I'm excited.
I'm looking through my inventory and I'm like, what can I
yep.
do to it? And I'm like, I can throw a hot sauce on it. I can no.
Hot sauce.
Pour the hot sauce onto the crystal.
We could give a bit of sriracha on the crystal.
We should
Bit of
season it.
sriracha.
Carl's about to bite into it. Go put some
A
seasoning
bit
on
of
it.
Frank's Red Hot.
Yeah. It might short circuit the wizardry or something. Too spicy. All right. This guy is pretty dangerous, but I think you guys can take care of him. So I am going to use I believe I have a staff or I should have like a dagger or something, right? I literally want to just try and stab the crystal. I want to do the most useless thing I possibly can here. I'm pretending to lift. You know when you've got three people carrying a couch and one person's doing nothing? Yeah, I'm a wizard who's about to try and stab a golem with a bloody dagger. So yeah.
Okay.
Whoa.
All right. I'm not sure if I should have I have a small knife in my inventory.
Yep.
But otherwise, I don't know what my actual action would be.
Yeah, you are. You're proficient with a dagger, so that means you would roll a d20 to hit, and add your proficiency bonus, which is 3. And then for damage, you would do a d4, which is the damage of a knife, plus 1.
Okay. I reach down into my dagger's sheath because I haven't pulled it out since before the adventure started.
The blade is immaculate and perfect, never having seen use until this exact moment.
And then I go and I try to stab the crystal. So I rolled a 2 plus the proficiency bonus and all the rest. But yeah.
Yeah, give me an acrobatics check as the crystal is 7 feet off the ground.
Oh no. Not bad. Wow.
Okay.
Feeling very acrobatic today. 15 plus 2, 17.
Fantastic. You actually jump up and you look like, yeah, I'm doing it, right? Like, I'm an adventurer. Maybe I'm going to multi-class as a fighter. And then you like, and then like it barely sort of kinks the crystal. And certainly nothing happens.
Right, can you make that noise one more time, please?
You get him, Nigel.
It's the old turtle with the shoe video.
Nigel, go!
Yeah, exactly.
I would be just jazzed up in the moment. Man, even Nigel has the courage to melee fight right now. We can't back down.
Go! Get big, Nigel, get big!
We need to get you a ranged weapon.
That was his first time using that.
Yeah, it is.
Amazing.
Your wrist hurts a little bit. But
How much damage did he
playing
deal?
it cool. How much damage did he deal?
Yeah.
Yeah, none.
He didn't deal damage.
He dealt no damage.
But he didn't receive damage.
His wrist is a little sore. But he didn't receive any official damage. No, you're playing it off cool, Nigel. Yeah. You got your... You don't even know how to stand with this dagger. What do you do, you know? What do you know? Yeah.
He shows his teeth like call bite stuff.
I'm a big mean warrior.
His fire magic didn't work.
Nigel Barbarian.
His fire magic didn't work, and his dagger didn't work either. But he tried. He tried in different ways.
You bet your ass he tried.
It's not been the best room for him so far, but we'll see how it goes.
Not been the best thing for... I mean, listen.
I'm contributing.
He blew up like 9 people to even start this dungeon off, all right? He did a good job early on.
I blew my fireball early, okay? I just need a moment to recharge.
Mendax is dying.
I think she is dead.
He's dead. Fucking facial acting was so good. My face hurts so bad right now.
Mendax, it is your turn next.
No, I'm going to spend my turn crying laughing.
Alrighty, Call, it's your turn.
Okay, how far away did Carl and I jump from it? The golem?
You're about 10 feet away. You realized very quickly what was going to happen and jumped off.
Okay, are we still facing his... is his back still towards us, or are we towards his face now?
Towards his face now. The back is towards the wall.
Well,
Nigel kind of went behind and...
God damn it. Why did you do that? I just got myself under control.
And now he's standing there with a knife, ready to stab him.
I'm sorry with that sound. Whatever, I shoot an arrow. I can't.
You want to? Okay, so you cannot possibly hit the crystal from the angle you're at now.
I can't possibly hit
No.
Okay, so I would like to try to move, to an angle where I think that I can. Actually.
Okay.
Do we think this golem can only be activated within the circle of runes? Like, if we run out of the circle of runes, will it reset?
You do not think so, as nobody is in the circle of runes, and he is still moving.
Oh, okay, never mind. I thought we were all within
So
the
probably
circle.
not. But
Okay, well then, yeah, if we're all not in the... Wait, no, Nigel's on his back, basically, right?
nope. So he has the cannon activated and basically propelled him to the edge of the room, like towards the entrance where you guys came in, smashed into the wall, which crunched Nigel, and so he is out of the circle of runes. Nigel is on the ground, jumped up, and then is on the ground behind the golem.
Okay, behind the thing. Okay, so the circle of runes is much closer inside the circle. In my head,
Oh
I was
yeah.
envisioning
It's in
wider.
the exact middle of the room. Mm-hmm.
Okay, never mind then. Could I try to move towards an angle where I could get a better shot, even if it's from the side?
Yeah. You would certainly have to go towards the side to do that.
Okay, I'd like to do that.
Okay, what are you going to shoot? You're shooting your new handy dandy hand crossbow, or are you shooting the
Well, the hand crossbow is a free action. Correct?
It's a
So
bonus
could I
action.
still-
Yep.
It's a bonus action, so I could still shoot my regular short bow and shoot that.
You would need a turn to get an arrow. So it's like reload. So that's how they balance range weapons in D&D. Is
Gotcha.
Shooting is like almost strictly better than doing anything else. So you have to sacrifice your movement normally to get the arrow, but you need to move too. So yeah.
There. Okay, so I'm going to move and then use my new badass wrist crossbow.
Okay. Sounds good. Go ahead and give me a hit roll. Just a D20 with plus your proficiency bonus. Yeah.
Okay. It's a 12
sorry.
plus-
proficiency plus dexterity mod.
Okay, so 12 plus 3 plus 3.
Okay, 18. That will
18.
hit, and then it'll be a d6 plus 3.
Okay. 3 plus 3 is 6.
Okay, you deal 6 damage.
Boom! To the crystal, right? Not just to him in general? Or
You do
also
hit
to
the
him in
crystal.
general?
Yep, no, you hit the
Okay.
crystal. Alrighty. Yeah, you can see the bolt has embedded itself into the crystal. It's kind of splintered it some. Not as much damage as Nigel's, I believe, catapult did to it, but yeah, definitely a good amount of damage. You still have your action. Is there anything else you'd like to do with that? So you moved, you did a bonus action, you still have your regular action.
I mean, I'd like to get another arrow out for the next time.
Okay, so do you want to reload your crossbow, or do you want to load your short bow?
I want to load my short bow because I get a +3 to that instead of just a 1d6. So
Sounds good. You bust out your short bow and you draw an arrow. Sounds great. Call, your turn.
He's about 10 feet away from me.
Yep.
About the range of a scythe. I could hit him in the crystal.
You could not reach the crystal. You have to re-maneuver yourself. You're facing his front now. And the crystal is high up on its back.
And I don't have a mark for whether I use my staff to teleport.
You did.
you did in the main hall with the sculptures.
And
Yeah,
this has
there's
all
no,
been in
like-
one day.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. This has been
It
like
just take forever.
3 hours in the game, probably.
Okay. I think I would just attack him normally. There's not much else
Okay.
I can do.
You could move if you wanted to and to hit the crystal. That is possible as well.
If I moved, he wouldn't be able to get an attack of opportunity. If I moved to say the max
So long
range.
as you stay within, he's not in your range now. Let's put it that way. So the way attack of opportunities work is if you're engaged in melee combat, if they can reach you, so his reach, whatever his reach is, if you move away from that, if you move out of that, he gets a free attack. So long as you're staying within that, you're good.
So in that case, I would like to move kind of diagonal, so I'm out of his cannon fire, and I have better access to the crystal.
Sure. Yeah, sounds good. And you have a 10-foot reach on your sight, so you can just hit it from the ground.
Nice. Well, I'll just do that.
Nice. Okay. Give me your. What are you doing? You got your scythe, and then you probably can't bite the crystal unless you do an acrobatics check with it.
I'll try that. That sounds fun.
Sure.
Let's just do the acrobatics of that first to get it out of the way, 'cause it's
Okay,
weird.
sure.
That's a 20.
Okay. Sounds good. You will certainly succeed your jump to do that.
We could.
We'll see if you can hit it.
Okay. 1 plus 6.
Oh, I'm sorry. Hold on. Wait. You rolled a 1?
To hit. These are the to hit rolls.
Yeah, you rolled a 1. You rolled a critical fail on a hit.
Maybe.
Okay. Sounds good. Keep going.
And then a 19. Plus 6 is 25. And then a 5 plus 6 is 11.
Alrighty. Let's go back to that 1 real quick. Yeah, so that is a critical fail. Just like they're a critical success, you guys know that rolling a 1 is very bad. Give me a d20 roll.
A 1.
A 1. That doesn't sound good. The arcane energy that's in the air, the sort of you guys have shattered one of the crystals, which is kind of releasing just these bolts of random arcane, almost electricity, if you will. You can almost feel it, even though Mendax and Call, neither of you are magic users. You can feel the sort of tingle of There's something going on. There's something in the air, if you will. Nigel, you recognize this as like wild magic. That's like not being contained. This is very dangerous stuff. What happens is, Carl, as you go to swing, one of the arcane lightning bolts hits your staff and activates its teleport ability and teleports your scythe. It teleports your scythe across the room.
So I don't have it anymore.
No, it is now laying on the ground on the other side of the room.
Shit.
So you go to swing and just whoosh.
But then, in a moment of bird instinct, I would crouch down to the ground and then jump up and bite it still.
No,
'cause I'm
unfortunately,
crazy.
That has not happened either. Ones are like, you can count the rest of your rolls out.
So I'll just be sad for the rest of my turn.
Yes.
Okay. I tried.
You did.
I've rolled some bad rolls with my weapons.
You have. You've literally lost one doing something like that.
He's also lost one of mine. Remember that.
Right.
Oh,
Threw it in
yeah.
the lava.
Okay.
No, that was his, I thought, wasn't it?
No. He had lost his already, and I gave him my original, super expensive, awesome rapier, and that also went in the lava.
He's just throwing weapons.
Yeah.
He's got butterfingers sometimes. This one wasn't your fault. This is purely a random act. You had no influence on it, my friend.
No.
But yeah, your scythe, you hear, clatters to the ground on the other side of the room, about 35 feet away.
I would hear something like, "Baby, come back," in my bird brain during that.
You can blame it all on me.
Ribbons. Don't know. He's still on the other side of the room. He's just gonna shuffle over to your scythe and pick it up.
Hey.
Oh, go fucking crazy, Ribbons. Can we get scythe ribbons? Like, murderous ribbons now?
No.
Like, are we going to take ribbons to 11? And he's going to
No,
go,
we're-
fuck being a cleric? Boom.
No.
Berserker.
No. He's just gonna pick it up and start to sort of shuffle his way back over.
But for the record, that would be cool, though. If he did. That would be cool.
Yeah,
I
but-
wouldn't even feel bad. That would be
I'm
awesome.
just rooting for it. I feel like he has it inside of him.
Maybe, but nope. Maybe it's inside him. Maybe not, though. At the same time, you know. What about that? You know, kind of here and there. It is the golem's turn. Let's see. Mendax, you are currently the most threatening-looking individual. So he is going to sort of raise his obliteration cannon, as he called it. You see, it's almost like a lens. Think of it like a camera, where the aperture sort of widens or it becomes more focused, and it goes from being very focused to sort of widening. And he is actually going to hit Call as well in the blast. Give me both of you reflex saves.
Is that a dex save?
Yeah, sorry. Yep. Newfangled D&D, dude.
5 plus 3 is 8.
15
Okay.
plus 6.
Okay. Mendax, you're able to dodge mostly out of the way and take half damage on this next hit. Call, you are not. So, let's do... you each take 20 damage. Mendax, you take 10. As almost a ray of sort of magical like fire sprays out in a concentrated beam and hits you guys.
Oof.
Damn. That's
Again,
hot.
you hear the sort of whir of that almost like jet engine as the mechanics of the golem sort of like you see the cuffs of it are like rotating to try and power up and energize, harnessing the magic from the crystals that are in its back. With his other hand, Nigel, he's gonna try to punch you.
Please don't.
Nah, he's gonna do it.
Nigel, you're tough. It'll be fine.
You got this, Nigel. Lead with
And
your face.
he certainly hits you.
Armor class 12.
No, he hits you.
Hold on a second.
Yep.
You don't tell me
Yep,
the damage.
yep.
Don't tell me the damage.
Okay, I am not telling you. You gonna mage shield me?
Punched by a golem. Do we want to pop a shield? Oof. Not really. All right, I'm gonna take this one on the chin.
Alrighty, and on the chin is exactly where you get punched by this golem as it smashes you into the wall with like essentially an uppercut in a way. You take 22 damage.
Oh.
Whoa.
Oh.
Why does he even need the obliteration cannons?
It's ranged and it sounds cool.
I mean, it does 20 damage. He could just pimp smack the shit out of everyone for 22 damage.
Well, I mean, he did 20 damage to 2 people at once.
True.
And that was on the not focused part of it. Imagine if he just went, you're going to die now.
I'm
Jeebus.
picturing Hand Banana from Aqua Teen. Tonight, you.
Oh man, I haven't thought of Aqua Teen in so long. It's a pool of frickin' blood. Oh, that's such a good show. Nigel, you feel blood well up in your throat, and you sort of cough out a couple of teeth as your nose is most assuredly broken. Your face begins to swell up from the pain, and blood is sort of dribbling down your chin.
Oh no. He's hit.
Ow.
King Whimper.
Ow.
Not straight up boxing tonight. Let's go. I'm here for it.
You want to rethink this melee wizard idea you had?
Could I load from the save point, please, Mr. Dungeon Master?
Yeah. We'll do a quick save back
Let's
to
just
when you went.
let's just start this room over again. It's been pretty
Yeah,
scuffed.
let's just roll it back, boys. Roll back the saves. Roll it back.
Oh shit.
You're still alive though, I think, right?
Yeah, I'm down to about a third life from that one hit.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. 14 life remaining.
Okay.
Poof. Oh, it's back to me, right?
Nigel, it's your turn. Yeah.
You asshole. That was very mean. Oh, my lord. Wow, now you've pissed me off, haven't you?
Time to get him with the knife again, boys.
He's gonna punch him again.
Go get angry, Nigel.
Hey, come on.
Yes.
I
You
didn't hear no
won't like
bell.
him when
I
he's
didn't hear
angry.
no bell.
I've read many a manuscript, and many a hero when he gets knocked down is twice as strong when he stands back up again. I pull out my dagger, and I'm once again gonna go for the old jump and stab into his bloody crystals. So I'm gonna-
Okay.
Can I circle behind him and get at the crystals?
Yep.
All right. 18 plus, you said proficiency plus 3, right?
Yeah. Wow. You need acrobatics, though.
Acrobatics as well?
Yep, because he's 7 feet off the ground. You got to jump up there.
16 plus 2, 18.
All right. Now we're talking. You are able to jump up, fueled by this new rage. You well up whatever anger is inside of you. You spit out one of your teeth onto the ground, and for the first time, you feel like a warrior. You jump up there, and you stab this crystal with your dagger. Give me some damage. It is a D4 plus your strength modifier.
Yeah!
Tub thumping is what Chicken Man said.
2 damage. With strength modifiers
Nice.
plus 1.
Yeah.
Yeah. 3 damage total. So nice. Yeah, you jump up and stab this dagger into him. Roll a d20.
2.
2. Give me a strength check.
Oh no. Ha ha! 17 plus. It's not a saving throw. Oh, it doesn't matter. It's the same either. 18.
Okay. You embed the dagger so far into the crystal you cannot cleanly grab it back out. But you have the strength to hold on. So now you're stabbed into this crystal on its back, hanging on there. If you want to be.
Take
Okay,
that, and I'm gonna drop down and
You're gonna
scurry
drop,
away.
alright.
We're going back to not standing near the golem
Got
if
it.
possible. Yeah.
All right. If you get out of range of it, you will get punched again.
Okay, I guess I'm staying, but I'm gonna stand behind it and hope it chooses not to punch me.
Okay. I like the hope. Mendax, your turn. Nigel just got decked, smashed into a wall, and he got back up and did the most non-magic but very cool thing you've ever seen, which is jump up and stab a dagger into this crystal in defiance.
It's pretty fucking.
Yeah.
I mean, he definitely deserves a call for that.
You have
Total badass.
He has the fire.
You have some amount of degree burns from the concentrated magical fire that was sprayed out.
Oh.
We'll get to that maybe one day. But it hurts.
Okay.
Ow.
Yeah, thanks for that.
A bit spicy.
Is that everyone has those magical burns?
No, just the people that got hit by the laser.
That would
cannon.
be me.
Oh, okay. Yeah, and I was residual, so probably not 3rd degree magical burns, but some would say
Some
between
amount of
first
burn.
and second.
I'm probably
Yeah.
missing feathers at this point.
Yeah, certainly. They've sort of
Yeah.
melted into a wax-like structure,
Oh.
sort of crusted like a scale.
So you're like a bird dragon now.
Just where he gets hit by this ray. Sure, yeah.
Okay. Well, I already have my bow out,
Okay.
so I'd like to shoot at the crystal.
All right. Go for it.
And I got a 14 plus 6.
Okay. That is going to hit for sure. Give me some damage.
Alright, so we get a 1d6 plus 3.
Mm-hmm.
Is he technically in combat with Nigel?
Yeah, certainly.
So then I would get the sneak attack damage?
Oh, I can't think of a reason why not, really. Yep, certainly. Absolutely you do.
Awesome. Okay, so 1d6 plus 3 plus 3d6. Okay. 1d6 plus 3. It's a 1 plus 3 is 4. And now I get 3 more d6s.
Yes.
A 4, that's 8.
Okay.
A 2, which is 10.
Mm-hmm.
And a 6, which is 16.
Fantastic. You loose this arrow, and it shoots. It actually goes past the crystal for a moment, but in a moment of brilliance, ricochets off the wall and smashes back into it, hitting the dagger almost pinpoint, and
On purpose.
crunching the dagger further into the crystal with enough force to shatter it into a million pieces that rain down like a snow A snow of crystalline asbestos. The golem sort of almost like you hear creaks and groans come from the stone as it rubs together, no longer magically enforced, and it begins to topple down to the ground, falling over and smashing down hard on pretty much nobody, but crunching down onto the ground. You stand victorious. Well done.
Huzzah!
I did basically no damage to it.
I want to run
Ribbons-
over to make sure Nigel's okay. I'm gonna run over towards Nigel, make sure he's okay. Like I really do want, I care that he's okay, but I also want to like get closer to see if there's any large shards of crystal that we could potentially salvage.
Yes. Nigel, give me a Constitution save.
My face is broken.
My face is broken.
Please
10.
do the rest of the stream that way.
10. You double over from dizziness and nausea and throw up a mixture of blood, bile, and teeth.
I would like to walk over clapping like this. Good job, buddy. You had your first real physical fight there. Pretty legit shots you got in, even after getting knocked down. Respect.
Yeah, I'm going to hold him about the shoulders and try to support him. He does have long, greasy hair. I'm going to hold his hair back so he doesn't throw up blood and teeth into his hair.
Don't worry about
I'm a
the
good
smashed
friend.
nose. Some people find that kind of brutally attractive. You should own
It
it.
adds character.
Yeah.
Women like that at times. Like when they're
think?
really depressed or like feeling terrible about themselves. They're super into it.
You think I could get some of them low self-esteem ones, eh?
Oh,
Okay.
definitely. You could definitely bag a low self-esteem wench.
I think you look tough.
Better than I've done historically. So, thanks, guys. You're making me feel a lot better about the fact I just lost 4 teeth.
Like 6 or 7 is more like, but yeah,
Oh,
sure.
Which ones were they? Can we collect them and put them, could you magic them back in? Oh, ribbons! Ribbons! Can you heal it? Can you, if we pick the teeth out of the refuse, can you heal the teeth back into his mouth?
Roll for dentistry.
Yeah, He, by the way, hands your scythe back to you, Cole. Here you go.
Thank you, Ribbons.
You're welcome. And he will walk over to Nigel, who is certainly the most damaged of you all. You know, the rest of you guys took some good damage too. He'll sort of assess, kind of muses to himself. He kind of is like moving your skin around, kind of poking at it a little bit with his kind of very sharp claws. You can see it actually cuts and lets some of the blood out and sort of cut me, Adrian, kind of deal. Unswells one of your eyes. And he, God, can he do that? I don't even know. I don't even know how that works.
If he settle the teeth back in there, that.
I suppose I could try.
Let's give him his teeth back if we can.
Let's
Because
see.
a fucked up nose is one thing. Some girls, like I said, low self-esteem ones are really into it, but no teeth becomes a bit harder.
He, let me see what's happening here. What would be the best thing for him to do to help you?
Nigel's face. Oh my god, Fuji 9. Yeah, chicken men, mix one part to one part. Powder to liquid, boom, Fuji 9.
What does
If
that
you're
mean?
Fuji 9, you're a dentist.
Ribbons will walk around and collect the teeth off of the ground. And he'll put them in his pocket. And then he's gonna walk over to you, Nigel, and he say, "Oh, okay, hold still." and he'll grab out his sort of barbed wire talisman, and he'll sort of press it to your forehead, which is not a little bit painful. It hurts quite a bit, actually. And he'll start sort of chanting, and he has his hand is on your head as well. Sort of, this is what's pressing that in. And this, again, sort of dark swirl of energy sort of starts to form and swirl around his arm and transfers into his hand, which you can tell is being focused onto the talisman. Nigel, you feel more of a burn than anything else, as you're not quite sure what's happening, but you feel, again, this almost terror well up inside of you. And you feel this crunch and crinking of your nose and of the teeth inside of your mouth. You will heal for 20 damage. He will heal you for 20 damage.
Whoa.
And regrow. Give me a D8.
A D8.
Mm-hmm.
I lie not.
What'd you roll? An 8?
No, an
You
8.
regrow all your teeth plus 1 additional one. So one is kind of thrown in from behind.
He's got a snaggle tooth now.
Yeah. You got an extra tooth. That wasn't. I guess I did too good of a job.
That's the
then.
Dark Lady's tooth. She's always with me now. Jesus.
I would think that he took a level in the demon
He's
form
always
thing.
in your mouth.
And he's now evolved and leveled up. Nice.
Your face, the swelling has gone down substantially. Your wounds have closed up. Your nose is unbroken. The only real remnant of the damage is you have a bit of a burn on the center of your forehead where he pressed his barbed wire talisman into your face.
Well, that's all right. I'm a little bit branded, but my God, it feels good to have everything back where it's meant to be. And you said heals for 20, right?
20, yeah.
Whew. Almost back to full. See? Feel all right. Wasn't too bad.
Takes more than a giant 8-foot golem to take down Nigel the Wizard.
Heck
Shark
yeah.
wizard.
Shark Wizard.
Yeah, Mendax, give me a d20.
Solid 7.
Okay, there are no crystals really big enough of note to pick up. Any ones that look like they might be large enough sort of shatter when you touch them and pick them up.
Okay. Oh, can't win them all.
Nope.
We're all still alive.
Yep. Indeed. Nigel almost wasn't, but he was. Fantastic
I was
work.
never worried, not for a moment. I knew Nigel would take him. He's had bigger, harder things in his face in his time. It's fine.
I have. That's some of the obstacles that I've had to overcome. Some of the hardest. Honestly, just you could get lost within just the areas around those problems. Sometimes there was forests of decisions to be made, big trunks of challenge, but I've made it here. My lats have grown. I've rowed boats through lava, and now I've stabbed a golem with a dagger.
Yep.
And I got some teeth out of it. I didn't even lose any.
I would say, Nigel, if barbarianism had a belt system, I think you would have earned at least 3 belts just from those feats alone.
Yeah.
For sure.
Pretty crazy. Took a lot of courage, too, given that you've never tried that before.
Is that like at least a blue belt in Barbarian?
Oh, yes.
I don't know. Is it like white and then brown and then blue? I don't actually know.
I was exiled.
At least blue belt.
Yeah.
To be fair and honest, my back is a little bit sore after jumping up. That was really hard to jump that high and stab at the same time. But I just need to
I
do
feel
some
like Cole
stretching,
could
I
probably
think.
give you the bear hug from behind and shake you a few times. Maybe realign it.
Have you studied chiropractic, Carl?
No, I have no idea about that.
Maybe we'll save experimenting with that till we're in a village then.
I don't know why you would want to do that when the strength potion is on either. That seems like a bad idea.
That's true.
You could be snapped in half.
But yes, you guys destroyed the golem after successfully being able to pass by it. But hey, you know what? Greed has got you this far. Albeit to turn away from it now would be a mistake, most assuredly.
You know how many people we could have saved with the funds
That's true.
from those crystals? It's not necessarily greed.
That's true.
Can we know how much those would have been worth since they're destroyed?
Nope.
Oh,
It would it be like
funsies.
a lot or like a whole
Aw.
bunch?
He's mocking our pain.
Oh, that
So
sucks.
rude.
But I think that's a perfect spot to stop for this session. You guys have defeated the golem. You're moving in to the right side of the bandit cave. We'll have to save the rest for next time.
Ladies and gentlemen, this has been an excellent journey. And we'll see if the team decides to be pure evil in the next episode of Wayfarers. Big shout out to Nigel, who got some licks this time and learned life lessons. Heck you, Golem. Shark Wizard. We'll see you on the next one.
Wizard.